Mutual aid links down in the description down below. Palestine, Congo, Sudan, Lebanon, hurricane, wildfire. There's links to red cards for ICE. So like if you're helping the immigrants around you deal with ICE, if ICE shows up at your door, good stuff there. Go check it out. Give it a gander.
And there's also distributed computing links as general if you want to support science causes with idle computer time. So
yes, and new merch.
New merch as well.
New merch from Midgellyfish on Tumblr.
Yes.
It looks fucking cool. Me as a gremlin. Joshua is saying we're so back on the back of a shirt.
Yeah.
They look amazing.
Yes.
It's some memes. Josh is the shocked Pikachu face is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Me as the cat meme that says communism is hot girl shit.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. Stickers, magnets, pins, things like that. Go look at it. Go get it. Go get it. Buy it. Buy it.
Buy, consume.
Buy, consume.
But yeah, all that's down in the description. Timestamps are down in the description as well. If you're on Megaphone, they might be a little bit off, but hey, our podcast RSS feed, they may be a little bit off, but they're close. Enjoy the dynamic ad insertion's crazy.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
We can't change that.
Yeah. But yeah, enjoy the episode, everybody.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, it's late at night.
It is 8 p.m.
It's not that late. But in my mind, it's already 1 a.m. when this is over.
I mean, the 12-hour recording session ahead of us,
Yeah.
I will say, having it be dark for like 3 hours still, like we're not even fully out of like winter, spring,
Yeah. Well, we're back.
We're back. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing good.
That's good. I'm doing good too. It's been 2 weeks.
I know. We went to MegaCon.
Yeah, we went to MegaCon, which is why
too many people there.
There were an excessive amount of people.
We wore masks and we didn't get sick, so everyone should wear fucking masks, bro.
Honestly, though, yeah, because I remember on the subreddit, people were like, "Oh, did everyone else get sick?" And it's like, fucking not me.
Nuh-uh, because I wore a
other
damn
people
mask.
were just like, "Yeah, fucking, you get sick at every con. Just take the vitamin C prior."
I hate that mentality.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to prevent anything at all. You don't. Fucking people really forget the phrase "an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of the cure." You know?
Yeah.
Because I will say, fucking, if we enjoyed MegaCon and like had the mask still and we didn't get sick, I think we would have been able to maybe do a show last week.
Yeah, well, I think we were also just sore. That's
the main thing. We probably would have been able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We walked like 10K steps a day for 4 days straight.
Yeah, probably
after sitting on the couch every day for 8 hours a day.
for
years.
Yeah. And also me coming off of my heel injury.
Yeah.
Like I was feeling it by the end of it because my doctor was like in 2 weeks you can start probably walking, but like running is going to take 6 weeks and maybe not do long distances.
And I was like, nope.
MegaCon,
let's do it. Oh man.
But
it was good. And Valentine's, there's so much shit to talk about.
Yeah, Valentine's Day happened. I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day,
everybody.
Sorry to the one person that bought a coffee that wanted to wish happy Valentine's Day.
That's my bad. Yeah.
That's RB.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, better late than never.
Well, that's true.
So I'm not gonna beat myself up for it.
Yeah.
Actually, you guys should apologize to me for putting an expectation of a date that needed to.
I feel like no one celebrated Valentine's Day this year.
Well, my family didn't, so fuck it.
But even like people we're talking, like my friends, they were also like, yeah, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. And I was like, what the hell?
Wow,
what the fuck?
Have we all just given up on life? Because I feel like last year there were people still interested in Valentine's Day.
It's silly. It's like one of the last, other than Easter, it's one of the last go get chocolate.
Yeah, periods of time.
Yeah,
where it's like, oh, I don't feel guilty about
the summer where there's nothing to get other than like ice cream or something.
Yeah, but
the little chocolates. It's the last little chocolate.
Because if you get chocolate here in Florida, it's gonna melt 10 seconds after you open the wrapper.
Yeah,
sorry, not even. It'll melt before you open it up.
Florida is quickly becoming like a rainy season, dry season.
Yes,
kinda.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're entering wet season right now.
It started raining, and I was like, "Ooh, it's the start of the rainy season. Let's fucking go."
Yeah, it's gonna be raining every day. Good stuff.
It is nice when you stay inside and don't do anything.
Yeah, when you go outside though, or if you're working an outdoor job like me, and no one would come up to your booth because it was raining. That's what's up.
So we're talking about weather, huh? That's fucking boring.
And whether or not we should continue this conversation is up for debate. Yeah. So yeah, okay, all right. Fuck boring shit.
Fuck boring shit.
Sarah, what do you want to start off with today?
So it is still Black History Month.
Yes, it is.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, 2 weeks is not enough to change months. Yeah, that's a good point.
Can you believe that?
I can believe that.
Wow,
actually,
that's crazy. The
the
government,
government doesn't believe it.
the government doesn't think so. Doesn't think that it's Black History Month. The government's like,
I'm strapping in.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Happy Gulf of America Day, though.
oh, shut the fuck up. Anyway, the last episode we talked about Brown versus Board of Education.
Yes.
And the reintegration of schools in America and Black history. And we deep dived into how racists reacted to that announcement. So the next Supreme Court decision, the next big Black History Month like legal thing that I was going to look into was the entirety of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. A little bit.
Is that a little too much to chew?
A little too
or
much.
Okay.
I was gonna do a part 1, part 2, but I do think I have a nice succinct
Like
thing
wrap
for
it
us
up in
today.
a little bow. And like yeah.
I read the entire thing,
Really?
like the actual thing.
How long is it, by the way?
It's
Like,
long.
Okay.
It's very long. But I will say there's a lot of shit in there that it really makes sense why Trump and Trumpers, like Trumpism, the cult of Trump
Wants
is
to get rid of
trying
it.
to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Especially since, they're very anti quote unquote DEI and people are. I will say last episode I said DEI is like a term for essentially just Black people. They don't want Black people to work. Right. They don't want Black people to be quote unquote given jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
When in reality, no business is hiring someone that's unqualified for their position.
Yeah. And like,
I think that's proven by the amount of fucking airplane crashes that have happened since they've
rolled
revoked
back. Yeah. These
DEI
measures.
policy.
Because amazingly, maybe this is wild,
Yeah.
but the color of your skin does not change your ability to learn.
Your capacity for your job.
For knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all the fucking same. I hate racism so much. I'm sorry.
It's insane.
It's a evil fucking. I think God, I don't know if we were talking about this earlier, but like talking about fascism. I think I was talking to myself in the shower about this because I was getting annoyed and I just needed to get it out of my brain. Just admit that you're scared of like bad things like happening. Don't use a scapegoat though, because the world does suck.
That's a good point. Because essentially the things that I have been seeing as DEI is being rolled back, equal opportunity, and affirmative action, quote unquote, all of those things, quote unquote, are being rolled back. I've been seeing white people respond by being like, yes, this includes women too. Yes, this includes white women. Yes, this includes white disabled people, as if it's like trying to prove to white people why you should care, which is deeply sad.
Yeah, this is where the bar is. Yeah.
That we have to prove to white people that they should care about
you guys
Black
should also
people
care about this
being
because it
fired.
affects you. Because we still have to go the individual selfish route.
Yeah.
In describing how to. And I don't know. I think that's something that pisses me off too. Is the individualism and the fake meritocracy argument when it's not a meritocracy argument. Like, first of all, meritocracy that doesn't exist.
No, America's not a meritocracy.
No, it isn't. Yeah, and we can prove that because Tesla Cybertrucks don't fucking work.
Elon Musk is in the White House.
And somehow he's in the goddamn White House. Yeah. I don't know. I think
and Donald Trump also. He's not qualified. What the fuck?
I forgot he's president.
I forgot about it.
I forgot that there's not a very public shadow government forming. No, but and I think I think it's really. It's sad and it's angering, and I think we were talking about like sad is just anger is just sadness, but it's amplified.
Yeah,
and it's like you should be afraid of like climate change and like the people in power taking away your rights. it's
Even
not
if it
DEI,
doesn't affect you,
even if
yeah.
it doesn't affect you,
Yeah.
because it's that poem where it's like they came for the communists and I said nothing, and they're
Even that
Yeah.
though, I'm like, even if they don't come for me, I'm still upset.
yeah, because someone's fucking
Even
like,
if I'm the most perfect little white baby to ever exist, and no one wants to. No, I'm not even. They don't want to even let me know about this stuff. The reason they don't want you to know about it, the reason all of these white people that are, I didn't know this about race. I didn't know this about this. I don't know this. The reason that they want to stop Black history from being in schools and teaching children is because they don't want you to realize that the people, your neighbors, your fellow Americans, are being mistreated by our own government.
yes.
That's why. The lack of knowledge that you have that is because they don't want you to realize and get upset.
Yeah, having a well-educated populace that knows more than just
dangerous.
Excel
Yeah.
and how to box up Amazon.
Yeah.
Because it's another thing too, is like the education argument, like should it be functional or should it be more like, how it is now,
Right.
which is already as it is now.
It's bad.
Not great. But at least it's not Amazon.
How we learned was bad. Like,
Yeah.
as a lot of this to me doing this segment is really just me re-educating myself.
Yeah.
I've never read the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
I've never read that.
It was probably just one little sentence in a book about like how great America is.
Or,
that was
some
given
sort
to
of-
us as teenagers.
Like, and you know what? That's actually a good segue. But I did also want to, the using a scapegoat. I think what they're saying, DEI, the reason that it's gotten so popular is because it is a stand-in for Black people. Like, they are making this an issue about Black people being, quote unquote, unqualified to be in the workplace because there's a popular racist opinion in the United States from racist Nazis, but also just regular racists, that Black people as a whole are not smart enough or qualified enough to hold the job of a white person.
Yeah, it's the
A quote unquote white person's job.
Yeah, which again, what's a white person? Because that's also going to be debated in a couple months when it's like,
Right.
all right, Irish, you're no longer.
Italian, no.
Italians, you're out.
Ridiculous. But, that by itself, so that they're using Black people as a scapegoat, but in reality, they do want to oppress more than just Black people. But because this is Black History Month, and because we are looking at Black liberation and the Black liberation movement, that is the framing that we are going to look through things. And also the fact that Black people are a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that it is racism. And that's kind of the big, when Kamala lost her presidency in November, a lot of people were saying, no, it's not because she's Black. It's not because she's a woman. It's because of her stance on Palestine, or it's because of her not really reaching out to voters that much that are a part of the left that didn't, weren't completely sold
Or
on her.
energized, yeah.
It's not because of that. It's because of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, there's multiple answers to one question sometimes.
Yes. And even people that we respect, like political individuals, commentators that we respect, we're saying things like that.
Yeah. I think everyone said, I think I might have said this at some point, I think everyone said at least one like wrong thing that in my head, and I probably said at least one wrong thing too.
I've definitely changed a bit, of my opinion.
But
since
like,
then.
it's definitely like, I saw like an opinion that was like, are you really saying that right now? Come on.
It's nauseating that it's still currently, like, I'm seeing leftists online saying that, like, I do remember immediately after our podcast, after we said, like, you should exercise, you should learn how to use a gun, you should learn how to do this or whatever, you should learn a skill. And since then, I've kind of been like, you have a skill. Everyone has a skill, actually.
Yeah.
You don't need to learn a new skill. You have it.
Yeah, it's just a matter of...
my understanding of community has grown a bit in a couple of months. But yeah, it's like, as fascism has accelerated, my knowledge of liberation is also accelerated because I've been learning and because I've been like, what can I do? Other people are doing that, and they're also like, oh, you know what? I have this skill already. I will do this. I garden already. I'll go and do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I like tailoring my clothes because that's how I grew up. I'm going to tailor other people's clothes and send it to Goodwill or something like that. And, that's why when we talk about community organizing and stuff, I think and it's also why I talk about anti-intellectualism. If you sit around and someone says like, yeah, you should organize, and you don't have the curiosity to be like, what does that mean? What do I do?
Yeah.
And you get the anger of not knowing what that is, which is anti-intellectual.
Yes.
And then you go, no, that's dumb. Leftists are dumb. Because what do you mean? You're just being vague. Then you are not going to do it.
Yeah.
Which we want you to do it, but I don't know your community in St. Louis. I don't know what your community needs to do.
Yeah.
You do, because you're in your community.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not. You have to go outside and look.
Yeah.
I can't force you to do that through the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean, yeah.
So that's something that I don't agree with anymore, is you have to go out and do that. And I've seen most recently on Twitter, there was like a big thing where leftists were like, yeah, if you're fat and you can't run away from police, then you're going to be left behind. So you should go exercise. And disabled people very rightly were like, this is ableist.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Amazingly.
And then it was, since it's on Twitter, and since I think they're feds, they were turning around like, you people can't do anything, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God.
Which, if you've ever said that,
you're not.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's a phrase that was used to tell ADHD people that they can't do anything. As a person with ADHD, that pisses me the fuck off.
And that's fair. That is fair.
And I don't care that the original tweet was about Halloween costumes being stressful, because they are stressful. Fuck you. I hate having to put together a costume because it's a lot of moving parts, okay?
Fair enough.
And I have ADHD, and I'm inattentive about it.
But okay, sorry. Okay. So, newspaper, though.
So, newspaper. A lot of things that I didn't know.
And Civil Rights Act.
About the 1964 Civil Rights Act. There's a lot covered under it. And specifically, I do want to talk about, the reason I'm mentioning DEI.
Mm-hmm.
And the reasoning that they want to get rid of the 1964 Civil Rights Act is because it establishes the equal employment part of government, the EEOC.
Yeah.
It establishes that, and it outlines what that is, and it's something that you can you can say, I was discriminated against. I wasn't hired for this job. I was discriminated against.
Yeah. Because
of my identity. I'm going to go to the government. I'm going to say, hey, I was discriminated against. I'm going to go to this sector of the law.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, hey,
I have a case to say because I was a qualified person.
That's what this does, essentially. Yeah. But there are many aspects under that. It's not just race. It's also other aspects of your identity.
And I think that is an important thing to bring up as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're going to it. But yeah.
Okay. Preferential treatment, and this is section J, preferential treatment not to be granted on account of existing number or percentage imbalance.
Okay.
So, one of the biggest people I've met in real life have told me that they were a quote-unquote victim of DEI, equal opportunity, a victim of affirmative action,
which is what it was the term used
a while ago, and then it got turned into DEI, which is diversity, equality, and inclusion.
Yes,
is what it stands for, and that's usually in a company. That's the name of the branch of the company that overlooks like a
subsect of HR, pretty much.
Yeah. It's usually just like your HR guy has to deal with that.
Yeah.
But it's never like, okay, the people I've met have been like, I met one girl, younger than me.
Yeah.
White, blonde hair, blue-eyed girl, who wanted to go to University of Florida. And
you can just stop you can stop now, honestly. You're good.
And University of Florida is a good school.
That's one of the okay.
It's
You're right.
not
Yeah.
one of the hard. I guess it's hard to get into. It's like in terms of like hard schools to get into.
I guess it's not Valencia hard in the state of Florida, but like
Valencia's very easy. Valencia's like if you have a high school diploma, you're in.
pretty much, yeah.
From the state
Like
of Florida,
9
you're
times
in.
out of 10, and then you also get a fast track to UCF as well.
So
which
you're
is the
automatically
biggest one.
in.
Yeah.
Which multiple of these universities have also. Like I went to FSU. FSU is notoriously very hard to get into. You needed very high ACT, SAT scores. I had to take the ACT twice just to get the scores to get into FSU. But FSU also has that with their local community college.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So it like it's just fucking college. I don't know. I knew many people that went to UF who were all incredibly smart and talented.
Yeah.
Some of them are even white, believe it or not. Whoa. But this white girl, she wanted to go to UF, and she says that she got a letter from UF that stated, you were denied acceptance because we have already reached the percentage of white students. And she says that is because of affirmative action.
Did she take a photo of it?
I didn't see it.
Then yeah, she's probably too stupid to fucking go to. That's a fake.
And this is
you're lying at that point.
I'm on my 30-minute break at lunch at work for a law office that she also works at because she wants to be a lawyer, and she is looking at me and going, "This is real. This is something that's real. This happened to me." And I have heard multiple times from multiple people, especially online, it's a similar story. There's a percentage that they need to get to whatever.
Okay.
So anyway, this is a part of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that they're trying to overturn to fully get rid of equal opportunity, affirmative action, DEI. All of it. Preferential treatment not to be granted on account of existing number or percentage imbalance.
Okay.
Nothing contained in this subchapter shall be interpreted to require any employer, employment agency, labor organization, or joint labor management committee subject to this subchapter to grant preferential treatment to any individual or to any group because of the race, color, religion, sex, or national origin of such individual or group on account of an imbalance which may exist with respect to the total number or percentage of persons of any race, color, religion, sex, or national origin employed by any employer, referred or classified for employment by any employment agency or labor organization, admitted to membership or classified by any labor organization, or admitted to or employed in any apprenticeship or other training program in comparison with the total number or percentage of persons of such race, color, religion, sex, or national origin in any community, state, section, or other area, or in the available workforce in any community, state, section, or other area. So this also, the language is important because this is one of the most wide-reaching.
I will say this is also very
ever.
I think it's interesting that because some laws are super vague on purpose to
this one is incredibly specific to include everything, and I have skipped over most of the beginning of it is defining what each of those things are because this is a legal document.
And because just in case anyone forgets this like I do sometimes, it's the job of the president to execute laws, not necessarily make them, and that's why executive orders are
executive.
kind of.
He's the executive branch.
But if you're vague enough, that means whenever a president changes, they can change how they enforce a law.
Correct.
This is a law, I think, that
was specifically written to be incredibly specific, so that nothing
can be executed almost in one direction only. Yeah. Until they find some loophole, and then they're like, oh, actually,
they're very specifically saying, no, do not keep a percentage or whatever. You are purely going to just hire the most qualified individual.
Yes.
So the entire I was skipped over because of DEI, because they needed to hire a black person instead of me. even though we were the same qualification. No, they were more qualified.
They were more qualified. Maybe they were nicer. Maybe they like. There's also soft skills too.
Soft skills are important. Yes,
you could have the same resume, but if you go in acting like a dick,
the point is you are not qualified enough.
Yeah,
that is the reason, and you are blaming a race because you believe you are inherently more qualified than an entire race of people. Because you are racist.
Yes.
I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Jesus.
And we can tell this because they think this law does that, and it does the exact opposite, so they haven't even fucking read it.
No, of course, because why would they? Yeah.
Okay, section 1A. An unlawful employment practice based on disparate impact is established under this subchapter only if a complaining party demonstrates that a respondent uses a particular employment practice that causes a disparate impact on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, and the respondent fails to demonstrate that the challenged practice is job-related for the position in question and consistent with business necessity, or, one. Two, the complaining party makes the demonstration described in subparagraph C, which we'll get to in a moment, with respect to an alternate employment practice, and the respondent refuses to adopt such alternative employment practice. So the only way that something can be proven to be unlawful is you are a black person and you go to a job interview. The job interviewer says, "No, we do not hire black people." And then you say, "Okay." And then you go to the government and you say, "They do not hire black people." Or if you go to them and you say, "Hey, listen, I have an idea for your business that is demonstrably will create a more efficient work thing."
Yeah.
And they say, "No, we're not going to hire you even though you have good ideas because you are not someone we want to hire."
Yeah. Basically, if the business willingly hurts itself.
Yes, exactly.
Which is...
Because they don't want...
I'm not a capitalist, but that's so fucking stupid even for a capitalist standpoint.
Yeah, and you can see how absolutely stupid this entire argument is.
You can see how stupid racism is, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It sucks though that we don't have to, but like to get through most people's brains, you have to bring up some sort of we talked about it earlier, so I'm just kind of repeating the thing, but like...
Well, but it's also like the fact that the arguments now have gotten to, well, this is just capitalism. They're trying to further capitalism. No, there can be black capitalists, actually.
Yeah.
That even deeply itself, I feel like, is rooted in racism because you're implying that black people are not good for capitalism. Right. That's wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And that's the framework that we're dealing in, which is why it's a losing argument. It's a losing ground. Because the entirety of it, the entire framework is just racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no point. The only point now is that we have these awful fascist, racist people in government and they create the frame.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to be racist.
Yes.
Right. Okay, B1, with respect to demonstrating that a particular employment practice causes a disparate impact as described in paragraph A1, the complaining party shall demonstrate that each particular challenge employment practice causes a disparate impact, except that if the complaining party can demonstrate to the court that the elements of a respondent's decision-making process are not capable of separation or for analysis, the decision-making process may be analyzed as one employment practice. 2. If the respondent demonstrates that a specific employment practice does not cause the disparate impact, the respondent shall not be required to demonstrate that such practice is required by business necessity. C. So what it was mentioning earlier. The demonstration referred to by subparagraph A2 shall be in accordance with the law as it existed on June 4th, 1989, with respect to the concept of quote-unquote alternative employment practice. 2. A demonstration that an employment practice is required by business necessity may not be used as a defense against a claim of intentional discrimination under this chapter. 3. Notwithstanding any other provision of this subchapter, a rule barring the employment of an individual who currently and knowingly uses or possesses a controlled substance as defined in Schedules 1 and 2 of Section 1026 of the Controlled Substances Act, 21 U.S.C. 8026, other than the use or possession of a drug taken under the supervision of a licensed healthcare professional or any other use or possession authorized by the Controlled Substances Act, 21 USC 801, I think, at Sequitur, I think? ET, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not that deep into it. Or any other provision of federal law shall be considered an unlawful employment practice under this subchapter, only if such rules adopted or applied with an intent to discriminate because of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. Other noteworthy parts of the act should be repealed. A. Discrimination for making charges, testifying, assisting, or participating in enforcement proceedings. It shall be an unlawful employment practice for an employer to discriminate against any of his employees or applicants for employment for an employment agency or joint labor management committee controlling apprenticeship or other training or retraining, including on-the-job training programs, to discriminate against any individual, or for a labor organization to discriminate against any member thereof or applicant for membership because he has opposed any practice made an unlawful employment practice by the subchapter, or because he has made a charge, testified, assisted, or participated in any manner in an investigation, proceeding, or hearing under the subchapter.
Okay.
Okay.
Dumb it down for me, Sarah.
Well, that mostly is just like
More
the
of the
thing that we
same.
said.
Yeah,
but
okay,
more
fair.
specificity.
Which makes sense because
Yeah.
And I think another thing I want to bring up real quick is like, sure that, and I know because this could be a very obvious like the experience. Even though this law is very specific, and like I'm willing to bet if you were, someone that was protected under this and you get not brought in to a company because of something like this,
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet there's still like a fuck ton of barriers to get through.
Yes.
Because like
a lot of this is taking it to court.
Yeah,
getting
and if you
a
go to
lawyer.
court, you gotta go to court, get a lawyer. Lawyers can be fucking racist, as we found out earlier.
Oh, and
as
all
we
this has
learned
to
today.
be proven in a court of law.
to be
So what if
proven.
this is just said to you?
Yeah,
What if it's not over email? What if it's not written down?
yeah.
What if it's not recorded?
Then you have to and
They can just say, no, I didn't say that.
yeah, and they can also go on the stand and lie as well. So, and then also
They can-
judges can be racist.
they can
and
make
then
up
not even
documents.
take it. Yeah. So even with it sucks that even with the specificity, there's still so many ways I can think of
Yes.
like people getting around it.
Yeah.
And I think it's and like it's good that it's still at least written down here, like this law exists,
Yes.
because it will get a lot easier to not be able to protect yourself if you got rid of this law.
Yes.
And I think that's my takeaway right now. But
Well,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. If this law is gone, then yeah. And these are the things that Republicans should be agreeing with that are part of this law.
Yeah.
Is that you should not discriminate based on percentage. Yes. Like the thing that they're making up and being upset about would be unfair.
Yeah, but
Honestly, I actually don't give a fuck. If
I
you
really
have
don't
a
give a shit.
percentage of whatever, I'm like, my only question would be who makes the percentages.
yeah, and also like what, because I can see the loophole of like, all right, 100% white, and it's like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah,
on second thought,
Couldn't give less of a shit about it personally, but like I understand if you're going to be making a law that impacts many people,
you need to
you should back it up.
do
And
a
this
little bit
law
forward thinking. Yeah,
is incredibly like well balanced in its like talk. It's just like, hey, we shouldn't discriminate against people. So even the fact that Republicans nowadays are trying to get rid of it is so ass backwards.
yeah,
They're farther left than they were in 1964, which everyone knew inherently because the concept of repealing a law from 1964 is like, oh God, we're going to be less progressive than we were in 1964.
yeah,
That's crazy. So everyone knows this inherently. They just don't know the extent to which.
yeah,
Which also one of the biggest things I wanted to talk about with this. It also says that you cannot fire someone for being a communist,
yeah, yes, yeah.
which we talked about McCarthyism earlier, and I looked up the
McCarthyism
decades.
happened like
40s, 50s.
40s to 50s, yeah, and like
So this surely was a response to that, but also something to talk about. Black Panther movement were called communists.
Yes.
A lot of, and something we're going to get into too with the actual newspaper articles that I've picked out today. What if the police can just say, we arrested a bunch of black people and it's not discrimination because they're communists.
Yeah.
But because the bill is so wide reaching and specific, they're like, no, you can't do that. That's illegal now.
Yeah.
So in the new context of today, why the fuck would the government want to jail communists? Quote unquote. Why would the government want to ban TikTok? Quote unquote.
Yeah. Why would you want to get rid of the spread of information or ideas?
At all, quote unquote.
Yeah. It couldn't possibly be because we're in a fascist power that wants to censor.
But no, Josh, communism is fascism. It's not.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
I forgot that was also taught to me in my Florida education. Yeah. That was on the ACT, and I accidentally said it's communist is right.
You never took the ACT.
Yeah, I know. So
okay,
whatever.
so here's the summary.
Okay.
From archives.gov. Civil Rights Act 1964. This act, signed into law by President Lyndon Johnson on July 2nd, 1964, prohibited discrimination in public places, provided for the integration of schools and other public facilities, and made employment discrimination illegal. It was the most sweeping civil rights legislation since Reconstruction. In a nationally televised address on June 6, 1963, President John F. Kennedy urged the nation to take action toward guaranteeing equal treatment of every American regardless of race. Soon after, Kennedy proposed that Congress consider civil rights legislation that would address voting rights, public accommodations, school desegregation, non-discrimination in federally assisted programs, and more.
And this is why we, the government, had to kill him.
Despite Kennedy's assassination in November of 1963, his proposal culminated in the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
So they didn't... Mission failed.
Oh, shit. President Lyndon Johnson signed it into law just a few hours after it was passed by Congress on July 2nd, 1964. The act outlawed segregation in businesses such as theaters, restaurants, and hotels. It banned discriminatory practices in employment and ended segregation in public places such as swimming pools, libraries, and public schools. Passage of the act was not easy, however. Opposition in the House of Representatives bottled up the bill in the House Rules Committee. In the Senate, Southern Democratic opponents attempted to talk the bill to death in a filibuster.
Thank God we got rid of the filibuster.
Yes, and also the Southern Democrats were Republicans. There was a party flip.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, and everyone that tells you that that's wrong is an ass. Probably now is a Nazi.
Yeah. Dogs to donuts, I'd bet. Yeah.
They're dumb at least.
They're at least stupid.
They're at least stupid, but and now there's like a conspiracy that never happened, which is insane. In early 1964, House supporters overcame the Rules Committee obstacle by threatening to send the bill to the floor without committee approval. The Senate filibuster was overcome through the floor leadership of Senator Hubert Humphrey of Minnesota, the considerable support of President Lyndon Johnson, and the efforts of Senate Minority Leader Everett Dirksen of Illinois, who convinced enough Republicans to support the bill over Democratic opposition. When the compromise bill was finally put to a vote in the Senate, it passed 73-27. It was noted in the congressional record that applause broke out in the Senate galleries.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Title VII of the Act created the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, to implement the law. The EEOC enforces laws that prohibit discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, or age in hiring, promoting, firing, setting wages, testing, training, apprenticeship, and all other terms and conditions of employment.
Oh, I see. They want to get rid of the age because we discriminate against kids if they're too young, actually. That's a big discrimination. Sorry, I just connected those dots now. That's fun. That's cool.
Well, and one other thing too, disability in there as well. This made it so that you couldn't discriminate against somebody for having a disability. But once again, that's another thing where you still could.
Yeah, you could still get away with it really easily. Because I mean, what is it? When this was written, I think that there was a very specific list of like jobs, quote unquote, that people who had disabilities could still do.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, they haven't changed that list in like over like decades.
Well, and this is something that. Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. So the reason why I'm saying that now is because when you go for disability, I believe you have they have to prove that you can still work in order to not give you disability.
Yes.
And then they look it up and there's like 3 different jobs. It's like, oh, you can still type. You can still be a you could still be a phone switch operator if you can move cables around. It's like those jobs don't fucking exist anymore.
What job? What are you talking about?
So it's like, that's why I want to say that. Sorry.
But also, like, the ADA, I believe, at this time was not a thing.
No, the ADA is like...
It's not that old.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I think the ADA... let me double check for you.
Yeah, thank you. But
I got you.
I've learned this from Amani Barbarian Crutches and Spice, who is a disability activist. Who's amazing.
1990 ADA.
Yeah. So it's like, yes, okay, so you couldn't, quote unquote, discriminate against somebody with a disability, but also they weren't forced to give you accommodations. So, like, disabled people could do these jobs if they were given an accommodation. Like, you could, like, say, okay, there's a typing place and you're in a wheelchair, and I'm only using wheelchair as an example. I know that's, there are other disabilities
much deeper than that. Yeah.
Yes, but like, say you get there because they don't have a ramp. They're not forced to build a ramp. They can just say no.
At this point, yeah,
which is crazy. That's still discrimination.
Honestly, yeah, the fact that it's only the 90s is when that happened. That's actually
okay. So that's the summary of the 1964 Civil Rights Act.
Yeah.
I decided for where I was going to go and what time period. Chose 1964 because I did want to see, like, the aftermath of it. I also chose New Orleans because Super Bowl was in New Orleans. I was thinking about it, and also I have family in New Orleans. And also New Orleans it keeps coming up as I research Black history.
Okay.
As one of the biggest towns for Black liberation. And also, when we went there, we did a, like, mural art walk.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a lot of the murals were about, like, Black history, like, leaders and like, local New Orleans historical figures.
Yeah.
Who were Black. So I was like, you know what? This could be a cool thing I want to see.
Yeah.
And thank God I did, because this is one of the coolest newspapers I've ever seen.
Hell yeah, brother.
And I have a personal connection to it because my grandmother went to LSU, and LSU is the
archivist.
Yeah, the archivist of this newspaper, which I think is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to go article by article instead of just page by page like we did last time, so it's more cohesive.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this is from the Louisiana Weekly on Saturday, October 3rd, 1964.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Freedom Marchers gained 3 out of 5 objectives by John E. Rousseau. New Orleans, and also a lot of times they are saying the Spanish word for Black, but since that's, like, adjacent to a slur, I don't feel comfortable saying it, so I'm going to say Black Americans.
Yes.
So it might sound a little awkward when I do that, but it's the same as last time I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
New Orleans Black Americans have achieved 3 out of 5 objectives, which were set forth September 30th, 1963, when approximately 10,000 citizens staged a quote-unquote freedom march on City Hall here, a Citizens Committee of Greater New Orleans coordinator told the Louisiana Weekly during an interview Monday. Reminded that September 30th would mark 1 year since the spectacular demonstration, which climaxed with a mass meeting in Duncan Plaza and on the steps of City Hall, Arthur J. Chapital, Sr., one of the co-coordinators of the affair, said 3 objectives would be attained. 1 would probably be solved within months by the Civil Rights Act of 1964, another still awaited action by city officials. It is recalled that some 10,000 persons, including more than 200 whites, assembled at Shakespeare Park, 3rd and LaSalle Streets on Monday, September 30th, 1963, about 7 p.m. and marched to the City Hall. The quote-unquote March on New Orleans City Hall for Jobs and Freedom was sponsored by the Citizens Committee of Greater New Orleans, which included the Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance, the Reverend A. Al Davis, Jr., President, the Congress of Racial Equality, Miss Aretha Castle, Chairman, the NAACP Attorney Ernest N. Morial, President, the Consumers League of Greater New Orleans, the Reverend Avery Alexander, chairman, and the United Clubs Incorporated, Gerald H. Thomas, president. Chapel and Don Hubbard were coordinators in the demonstration. Goals set forth by the group at the time included 1. To abolish the dual system of classification in city civil service so that qualified Black Americans can be considered for jobs in other than Black American institutions, as well as jobs in all levels of city government. Chapel told the Louisiana Weekly on Monday that this has not yet been achieved. He said, however, he expected that this objective would be attained when the job discrimination phase of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 goes into effect next July. 2, to appoint Black Americans to various boards, particular to the Housing Authority of New Orleans, where Black Americans constitute a majority of the tenants. Chapel said this objective still awaits action by the city officials. 3, to remove all racial signs from municipally owned buildings such as City Hall, Civil Courts Building, and the Municipal Courts Building. This objective has been attained, Chapel said, through the cooperation of city and state officials. Moreover, he pointed out a recent federal court action by CORE has resulted in the removal of racial signs in the Wildlife and Fisheries Building. 4, to repeal all city ordinances that require segregation of the races, particularly the ordinance requiring segregation in places serving alcoholic beverages, and that the mayor will not veto the repeal of any such ordinances. This objective, Chapel said to Louisiana Weekly, has been achieved despite the failure of the mayor and city council to take formal action. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, through its public accommodation section, has taken care of this situation generally. 5, to end racial discrimination at the Delgado Trades and Technical Institute. A suit filed by the NAACP in federal court on August 28th has resulted in the desegregation of Delgado, he said. United States District Judge Herbert W. Christenberry on September 9th ordered the institute to admit Black American students. Plaintiffs in the case were Leonard Williams, John A. Sargent Jr., and James E. Desabry. My apologies if I mispronounced his last name. Records of the court show the plaintiff's petition was filed by attorney Ernest N. Morial of New Orleans and Jack Greenberg and George B. Smith, all of the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, Inc. It is recalled that in announcing the 1963 Freedom March on City Hall, the Reverend A.L. Davis, Jr., the city government and members of the majority that have dominated the affairs of this community and its lawmaking machinery for the past century cannot escape responsibility for the years of callous indifference to the hands of the Black American citizens of New Orleans. This indifference created the frustration that now finds expression in this Freedom March. Chapel told the Louisiana Weekly and the Citizens Committee of Greater New Orleans would meet this week to review the local situation and to determine its future course of action. Several weeks ago, Chapel was approved executive secretary of the New Orleans branch of the NAACP. The other coordinator, Don Hubbard, reliable sources say, is employed out of the city. So yeah,
that's cool.
So they marched on their city
in order
capital.
To get those 5 changes.
Yeah,
like it's interesting that 3 of them were able to get done prior to the. Which I guess makes sense. I think the 5th one, the one where it was the Trade Institute, kind of makes sense because of already the 1950. I can't remember the exact
1953. I think
the
reintegration. Yeah. Which is interesting that they're still in 1964 having troubles with reintegration.
Which makes sense because it's
how fraught it is. Yeah, but it's like we said last time. The NAACP was suing schools that were not reintegrating because they have the federal backing.
Racists are going to be fucking clawing and fucking screaming as they get dragged into, like a fucking integrating other people into their schools. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense that also, and then it becomes a legal thing. So then legal shit takes time too. But I mean, it's good that like the NAACP at the time was like, fucking, we're gonna sue everybody, make sure the shit's actually enforced.
Yeah, and they are obviously doing a fucking good job.
Yeah.
All right, and let's move on. So Lyndon Johnson, there's a lot of like, since it's 1964 and it's also in October, it's like a month before the 1964 election of Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of this is get out and vote. You need to fucking vote.
Yes, yeah.
And you need to vote for Lyndon B.
Johnson.
Johnson.
Me this earlier, yeah.
So yeah,
The B stands for big ass balls.
big ass fucking balls. Let's fucking go.
You know that about him, right?
Yeah, his huge balls.
Yeah, huge balls. Yeah, okay, sorry.
I also metaphorically he signed it the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah. Big balls, parentheses, literal and metaphorically.
Literal and metaphorically, yeah.
TM.
TM. Volunteers for Johnson meet Friday night. Ellis F. Hull, president of the United Voters League and acting chairman of Volunteers for Lyndon B. Johnson for president of the United States of America, announced the Volunteers for Johnson are beginning to move in quote-unquote high gear. Many outstanding citizens from all walks of life and all ages.
Agnes?
All walks of life and all ages, ranging from youngsters to grown-ups, are beginning to line up workers and support with a determination to give President Johnson and his running mate, Senator Hubert Humphrey, victory on November 3rd. Here in our state, as well as our nation, said Hull, we're working together for one cause, continued Mr. Hull, and with one view in mind, and this is victory for Johnson and Humphrey on November 3rd. We realize a defeat for Johnson and Humphrey will deal a disastrous blow to America and the cause of freedom in all sections of our nation and replace irresponsible leadership in our nation's capital. As acting chairman of these outstanding progressive-minded citizens, I shall do everything in my power to continue to merit their confidence in order to properly further this important movement, declared Hull. All volunteers for Johnson are urged to attend the official meeting for the purpose of forming a permanent movement for the duration of the Johnson and Humphrey campaign, which ends November 3rd. And this meeting will take place here, and included are the names for the volunteers. And
Nice.
It's a list of names.
Cool.
So yeah.
I think this is also a good point to bring up, because when we talk about voting, right,
Mhm.
like especially as we did last year, you have to also do something
Right.
to make people excited to vote for you,
Yes.
and you got to go balls
That's
to the fucking wall.
A big fucking move
Yeah.
by Johnson.
Meanwhile, because you gotta get people fucking excited, and you have to give people what they want.
Can you imagine? So, yeah, Kennedy was like, we should end discrimination against the races. Killed by the CIA.
Yeah.
TM. Joking, but wink wonk. Murdered. Kennedy's murdered.
Yeah, murder. Yeah.
Lyndon B. Johnson takes up the shit. He's like, hey, listen, I'm gonna propose this bill and the Civil Rights Act, and we're gonna try and get this shit passed through.
Yeah.
Incites an entire group of voters, creates and incites an entire group of voters
Yeah.
who now dedicate all their time to getting
making
him
sure
elected.
he gets elected. Yeah.
And he gets elected.
Yeah.
And compare that with Kamala Harris being like, yeah, I'll meet with him.
Yeah.
Nah,
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm
Hey,
good.
Here's Liz Cheney, everybody.
Hey, everybody, look at Liz Cheney.
Liz Cheney also doesn't like Trump.
And this is coming from a Kamala voter. Like, I voted. We
did
both
vote for her.
voted for her.
Yeah.
But
Would it be amazing if I was like, no, actually I voted for Gary Johnson?
that would be insane, and I would punch you. But yeah, it's like you to have the power to be in the government doing it, not doing anything, and then turn around and say it's the people's fault is crazy.
Yeah.
When this is such an insane political thing, that would not happen right now.
No, never. Yeah.
Or it would happen the opposite side for Trump, just because he's apparently the only politician that has ever done anything. If that makes sense. And he only knows how to light everything on fire,
but that is
and take
doing
away
something.
all your rights.
That is doing something. Credits due.
It is doing something. No, you don't. You don't actually have to hand it to Donald Trump. No, that's crazy.
I love that drill tweet. Sorry.
Okay. Dillard student Prexy invited to White House. Sherman Copland, president of Dillard University's student body, is among a group of student leaders invited by President Johnson to meet him at the White House on October 3rd. President Johnson, expressing an interest in getting to know the thinking of young leaders emerging in our colleges, has invited representative colleges and universities throughout the country to select student leaders to visit with him on Saturday.
Smart fucking move.
Sherman Copeland also is a black man and student.
Yeah. This is another thing too, because like I think why I'm saying it's a smart move to go after young voters is because typically they're not a voting block that's super important because there's low turnout for younger people. The older you get, the more likely you are to vote. Apparently,
Apparently,
yeah. So and it's like younger people are usually more, nowadays Democratic leaning also.
Yeah.
So you also excite and get the young vote because not necessarily prior to what Republicans will make you believe, colleges aren't typically liberal fucking like meccas, like there are still, as you've talked about earlier, there's there's still plenty of races you'll find at the woke Harvard.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
The president expressed an interest in meeting students who, while maintaining good academic records, have shown special qualities of leadership character and interest in college and public affairs. Upon arriving at the White House, the students will be received by the president and Mrs. Johnson. They will hear remarks from the president and talks by Secretary of Defense Robert S. McNamara, Secretary of Labor Willard Wirtz, and Ambassador Adlai Stevenson. This will be followed by a buffet dinner and entertainment at which Linda Bird Johnson will be hostess. The selection of Sherman Copeland to represent Dillard University at the White House gathering was announced by Dr. Albert W. Dent, president of the university. Mr. Copeland, a senior majoring in music, oh, that's cool, and son of Mr. and Mrs. Sherman and Copeland Jr., and resides at his whole address. This is also a
local newspaper.
It is
similar to ones
posting
from before.
Everybody's address, yeah.
Socials and fucking...
Yeah. Oh, and this is cool, too. Scottish Rite Voter Registration School at the Masonics Temple. That address is open every Thursday and Saturday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., giving instruction in registration. Standing from the left are members of the registration committee of the local branch of the NAACP, Miss George Warren, Edward Warren, Edward Warren, Ralph Casimir, Solomon A. Borkins, Miss Jocelyn Chatters, and Wilfred Aubert as the members of the registration committee of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Mrs. Leontine Luke, Arthur J. Chapital, Senior August Ramey, Samuel H. Gillard, Willie Vance, and Calvin Webb. Persons seated at the table are receiving instruction. Dalton Williams, illustrious commander-in-chief of the Grand Consistory of Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, announced that the school will operate throughout the year on Thursdays and Saturdays in order to get every members of the lodges and chapters in the New Orleans area registered. So, it's all black people.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So this is like one of the first Mason lodges, the Freemason lodges, that is black. And what they're doing is they're connecting with other black lodges.
Yeah.
And getting them registered to vote so that they could go out and vote for likely Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah. Again, grassroots community organizing is so powerful. I'm sorry. It's just so crazy. I also think this is completely off topic. Remember when the conspiracy theories were simpler and it was just like, oh, the Freemasons run everything? And because I saw that one Tom Hanks movie where he goes to the Vatican and fucks shit up.
Yeah.
And now it's like we have to invent fucking QAnon. Like, what the fuck happened to us, man?
Well, they had to invent because people, like, my dad was a Freemason. He had weird shit. He had the paddle and the apron and the compass and whatever. And it was weird. But like,
once you find out that they're just weird,
there's weirdos that talk to each other. It's just dudes that talk to each other.
You might as well go to a bar and just watch some dudes talk to each other. You'll find some weird shit about them too. Yeah,
they got like lady Freemasons.
Lady Freemasons.
Yeah, I've seen them. I don't like their outfits. I wanted to join, and then I was like, I don't know. They're all wearing weird shit. I can't deal with this. All of this just for a little stamp on your tombstone when you die.
Yeah. Hey, don't underestimate the power of a little stamp.
It looks cool.
Maybe one day you'll get grave robbed by Tom Hanks. And
I'll just buy the fucking patches online and just put it into my clothes. Who gives a fuck? I'll stolen Valor, the Freemasons.
Gotcha. Sorry, that was just the thought I had when you were talking about it. Like, I can only imagine like people then being like, "Oh, the shadow government's trying to reintegrate." No, like it's like.
That's probably
how people were thinking about it too, which is sad. That's so sad. Oh Christ.
Yeah.
Awful. Oh my god.
It also does kind of remind me of the leftist meme that seems like, oh man, weren't we young? But the leftist meme of the CIA, the bombs that are now going to have pronouns or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like now there's women bombers for the CIA or something like that.
Yeah.
It does kind of like, if you think of I don't think of the Freemasons like that because my dad was one. But like if you thought of the Freemasons as some evil shadowy organization that you can't just literally call right now. You can Google them. Call them right now.
I think the McElroy brothers literally did that on TV for everyone to see.
Yes, and they were very nice to you and will tell you everything about their shit. Maybe not everything, but you can call them. Like, if you do think that shit, then that could be like your version of that meme.
Yeah.
The shadowy organization is reintegrating.
Yeah.
Which is like,
right.
Okay. But I do think the biggest point that I'm making with this article is that organizations were being created to make sure that everyone had voting rights.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm sorry if I'm generalizing too much after you say these things. I guess I'm just trying to bring it. What am I thinking? I think as me processing it, also connecting it to today, seeing.
I agree.
So I hope I'm not making this too much about white people. I think, or whatever.
This is something too. I said this last time. It's not. It is a Black History Month segment, but it's not. It's a Black History Month segment for white people.
Yeah,
this is for white people to learn about Black history, relate it to yourself, because that's how white people learn. We're selfish.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Believe it or not.
This is news to me.
Yeah. The reason that I make as many comparisons to today is to show you, since Black liberation was a revolution.
Yeah.
It was a protest, a series of protests that did get a lot of shit done and was a very successful movement. That's the reason that I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
And that maybe there are things in, Black history that there's a reason why they don't want Black history in schools, which is why I said that at the beginning.
Yes, yeah.
But I will say, there's a lot of things with Black history. Someone else mentioned, too, in a separate, I think somewhere I read, you shouldn't just be looking at, Black struggle. You should be celebrating Black joy as well, which I think you should. I think everyone should as well.
Yeah.
I just want to have a point with this, which is relating it to today. Because I think that's the most important part of educating yourself about it. I don't want to just be like, this happened.
Bye-bye. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Because this isn't a classroom. This is a podcast, and I have an agenda.
What?
And the agenda is informing you, but also, connecting the dots a little bit.
And my dumbass is jokes.
Yeah. And you can also, we are white and we are going to fuck up.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm glad we got that in a segment and a half in to
criticize us for sure.
Yes.
We are white people. We are going to do this wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is we're going to admit our mistakes and we're going to, talk about it and
learn.
Apologize.
Yeah. And apologize. Yeah.
Yeah. But I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't do this. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get you.
All right. Ask candidates for forthright discussion on civil rights issue. So, okay. You might be like, Sarah, the reason that Lyndon B. Johnson got elected and Kamala didn't get elected is because everyone agreed. We didn't agree with Kamala. And it's the leftist fault. And it's the liberals' fault for not agreeing with me.
Yeah, that's what I was told to believe. Yeah.
No one criticized Lyndon B. Johnson. Everyone was just like, hell yeah, that's what we all need to do.
And also, if they did criticize him, then he wouldn't do anything, much like we are not doing anything also right now.
Yeah, if they criticized Lyndon B. Johnson, he wouldn't have been elected.
He would have, yeah. And if he did get elected, he would just twiddle his thumbs the whole time because...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so ask candidates for forthright discussion on civil rights issue. New York, New York. The Commission of Religion and Race of the National Council of Churches has challenged the political candidates to a forthright discussion of civil rights, saying that the issue has been dealt with in the campaign so far only by quote-unquote innuendo. In a statement released today, the commission said the innuendo on the one hand and silence on the other seemed to be due to quote-unquote fear of public reaction to the new advances made in the war on inequality. We must not be victimized by this kind of fear. Quote, the challenge of creating new patterns demands dynamic leadership, the commission declared. Candidates and parties, therefore, should be judged on the programs they offer to correct deep-rooted injustices and to create new opportunities. We should demand nothing less. The call for an open discussion of civil rights was made when the 35-member commission met in New York this past week and drew up a statement on the racial crisis and the political campaign. The commission, whose chairman is the Reverend Dr. Eugene Carson Blake, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, State Clerk, Chief Executive Officer of the United Presbyterian Church in the United States of America, played a major role in the March on Washington in supporting the enactment of the Civil Rights Law and in the training and orientation of volunteer personnel for the Mississippi Summer Project. The commission is an agency of the council which embraces 31 Protestant and Greek Orthodox communions. Yeah, so they're like, can you just fucking talk about it, bro? Like, why is everyone tiptoeing around it? Like, as much as we like Lyndon B. Johnson, as much
you can still criticize him.
I wish he would be more forthright about it.
Yeah. Which, makes sense. Also, I can understand that because...
And then what happened? Did he get elected or not?
No, we were all like, no.
No. Now that someone criticized him, I'm not gonna.
I'm a liberal.
That's insane.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I hate that argument too. And I think that's also stupid. The idea that like you can't criticize because then it's going to make people not want to. People change through, sadly, most times like criticism, I think, because if you fuck up, you should be able to admit a fuck up, but also you should be open to people telling you fucked up.
Yeah.
And bettering. I don't like... And I think this kind of goes, we're reading, Touching Spirit Bear?
Yes.
And I think I'm going to loop that in real quick, being like the retribution versus restorative, like justice.
Yes.
We're not restorative to criticism also.
No.
Like, we're not restorative in that, like... or
criticism is an indictment of everything.
And you should go to jail if you get criticized. Yeah, it's like,
no.
Like...
The criticism is a gift.
Yeah.
Someone criticizing you is a wonderful opportunity for you to grow.
Yeah, and as we want to progress as a society and be better people, not only to everyone else but to ourselves.
Yeah. You should want that.
You should fucking want that, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
No, though.
No.
Maybe I'm just some dumb asshole.
And I mean, I think people will be like, well, yeah, but people are mean these days. And to a point I can agree, but I think like I like we are all deeply mean to each other about stupid things, and we're not mean enough about things that matter because the things that matter are scary, and we're afraid of each other because we've been so deeply individualized. And I just mean
against ourselves against each other, but yeah,
and I just mean like on a personal one-to-one basis, like an interpersonal basis, and I think that's why you have families where someone is abusing somebody in their family, and the family will cover it up. They're afraid of what would happen to them if they stood up for the victim of that thing.
Yeah.
But they're all going to be passive-aggressive to each other as hell.
Yeah.
Because they're taking out their fear, which develops into anger, on each other. And it's a phenomenon... I mean, I don't really think I think it's a human nature thing that at this point in our society, it's human nature to us now. It's like second nature. We can't stop it from happening unless we actively take a look at ourselves and say, hey, this is not okay. I don't want to hate my family. I don't want to hate my neighbor. I don't want to hate the person that I see at the grocery store every day.
Yeah, I don't want to hate.
I don't want to hate anybody.
Yeah.
I want to actually like people and be happy. So maybe I should learn more.
Yeah.
like, and I always bring it back in my mind. The biggest thing to me was when someone said I was peer reviewed autism.
Oh yeah,
on the show. It
for
was
both
really
of us too,
for
yeah.
both of us. Yeah, it was really funny. And I was like, I don't know. I don't have a diagnosis, but I've looked into it, and I really align a lot with people that are neurodivergent. This is before I knew I had ADHD.
Yeah.
And a lot of autistic people were saying, I have diagnosed autism. And just the fact that you looked into it instead of decide, someone said I'm autistic, therefore I'm autistic, I'm going to be a caricature of autism in my mind and be more offensive in that way rather than like just the fact that you listened to me means that you're likely autistic because neurotypical people refuse to listen to me. Like they see me as othered, they have the uncanny valley effect, they see me as completely different, and then they just don't listen to anything that I say. And they discriminate.
Yeah.
And just that fact, I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. That's
holy shit. No one's learning about the people that are in their lives. Even if they say I'm your best friend.
They're not doing even the bare minimum to understand you or
It's
something that you have.
Aesthetics. And that made me deeply sad because I was like, these people are living not real lives. And we wonder why there's so much ableism in this world. There's so much depression. And so many people that have depression that refuse to get help for it and then continue to spread like SSRIs.
They're addictive, actually. They're more addictive than heroin.
Right. Because you need them. Because you are depressed because you've dehumanized yourself.
Yeah.
Because someone told you that that's the way to live. Because if you're vulnerable, then you're weak and someone's going to pick on you because they're dehumanized. And I think it's this big cycle and it makes me scared. And somehow I'm able to look at myself and say, that doesn't turn into anger. No, I'm going to use this as a way to educate people. So if this is something that you're like, I didn't know this either, Sarah. What the fuck? I feel dumb. I'm challenging you to not feel dumb and to say, why didn't somebody tell me this?
Yeah. Be more curious about why you did not know this.
Why you are the way that you are.
Yeah.
And curious about how other people are the way that they are.
Introspection, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say, too, this newspaper's awesome.
Yeah.
In the story of like the layout of the paper, there's a lot of crime as well.
Oh yeah.
But it is like there seems to be like a trend of that I found interesting because my first thought was like there's a trend of like white on black crime.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like white people are committing like almost like terrorist acts.
Yeah.
Like domestic terrorist acts on black people because of, I assume, increasing racial tensions because of the passing of the Civil Rights Act. And because of reintegration and things like that. Not like reintegration is bad because it causes crime for black people. That's crazy. But because white people can't handle just being around black people and are now committing crimes.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So fired shotgun from passing car into group. And I'm not going to say this entire thing, but essentially it is two white people in a car with a shotgun shot into a group of black people.
Jesus Christ.
As they passed it.
Sarah, they're not terrorists. They're just misunderstood boys. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah. Jeez. Anyway, 11 arrested after attack on a black cop. So there's a black cop. 11 people attacked him, bit him on his shoulder.
Jesus.
Like kicked and screamed. And they were all arrested. My first thought reading this was like, wow, they arrested them? Wow. Which isn't that crazy? Is that fucking crazy? That's insane. And the two white kids were arrested also. I will say their names were redacted
Oh, but we can say all the other names?
Yeah.
Well, because they're also misunderstood. We haven't thought about like the mental health of them yet. They're not domestic terrorists.
So this is I think an editorial piece. I'm not seeing a name though, so it might have been anonymous.
Fair.
But it is like it seems to be more editorialized than other articles.
Okay.
It is entitled "No Evidence Why the Arrest," and this ties back into the communist thing that I said earlier.
Yeah.
The action last week of Assistant City Attorney Louis Trent in moving for a dismissal because of the insufficient evidence of charges against some 68 persons arrested on July 29th in a police raid on the Quorum Club is without a doubt an indictment against the New Orleans Police Department. This cannot be denied, for when the city official whose duty it is to prosecute the cases makes such a pronouncement, he significantly corroborates and confirms the contentions of those who were arrested. But even more than that, it brings into the bold spotlight of public opinion a contemptuous but futile resistance of someone in the police department to the inevitable social freedoms which are now guaranteed all Americans, regardless of race or color, under the Public Accommodation section of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. It is recalled that 73 persons were arrested when police raided the Quorum Club, and then the address of the Quorum Club, and they were charged with disturbing the peace. So police showed up, arrested 73 people. They said it was just because they disturbed the peace
inside their own club. What?
This is so funny. Resulting news articles in daily newspapers quoted a police official as saying the raid had been made after 3 months of surveillance by the Vice Squad. One daily newspaper paraded the statement of the Vice Squad commander.
Were they disturbing the peace for 3 months straight? Is that what the fuck are you talking about?
By his Vice Squad commander, who's quoted as saying the Quorum Club was a center of quote unquote communist propaganda, homosexual parties, and integration agitation.
Not the gays.
This sounds awesome. This place sounds cool as hell.
Wow, because we're still in. Christ! Wow,
this should be cut out, clipped, and put on the if the Quorum Club still exists, which I hope it does. This should be put out on the wall. This should be framed. Board, yeah. The same article went on to quote the Vice Squad's undercover agents as saying there were quote unquote a lot of beatniks strumming guitars without tune for hours.
All right, Judge
People were just playing guitar?
Yeah,
that's so funny.
That's so fun. Dude, is that why it took 3 months? Is that like they were just chilling inside? It's like that scene in Reno 911 where it's the two cops and they're like they're tailing a guy and then they get caught up in the hippies and they're like, man, you know what? Fuck being a cop. Actually, I don't want to do this.
Let's just run away together.
Just run away, and then they see the bad guy and they just start shooting him.
Yeah, exactly. And the Vice Squad's undercover agents was saying there were quote unquote a lot of beatniks strumming guitars without tune for hours and intellectual conversations without any point.
Wow.
So I'm dumb as fuck.
But I know they're being smart over there. But there's no point to it because I don't get it. Me dumb fucking idiot.
Dumb cop. Oink oink. A type of legal pressure was imposed upon the arrested persons when brought into the municipal court at the initial hearing. They were given a choice. They could plead not guilty and post a $100 security bond or spend several weeks in jail until the trial, which was set for September 22nd, or they could plead guilty. 68 pleaded not guilty and posted bond. The others, apparently wishing to get the matter over with, pleaded guilty and were given 60 days suspended sentences. Just 1 week before the second hearing, the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, Incorporated, entered into the case to assist in prosecuting rights of the arrested persons and filed a motion to quash. Citing the Public Accommodation section of the Civil Rights Act, the motion went on to add, the circumstances surrounding the more than 73 arrests in this matter indicated that A, the persons arrested were composed of some 30 persons of the Black American race and some 43 persons of the Caucasian race. B, the fact that the matter is that this was an interracial social gathering at the Quorum, a place of public accommodation, which was in compliance with the provisions of Title II Civil Rights Act of 1964, which, as far as the arresting officers were concerned, was contrary to the customs, mores, and practices of the New Orleans community and the South. concerning the September 22nd action by the assistant city attorney, it does appear indeed peculiar in view of the statements attributed to Vice Squad officers and daily newspapers that they were not able to supply the prosecutor with even one instance of subversive or immoral activity.
What?
And the Vice Squad's failure in this respect gave the city attorney no choice except to suffer the embarrassment of quote-unquote null processing and the charged for quote-unquote lack of evidence.
Wow.
Viewing the entire matter in the light of a cold and barren logic, one is compelled to conclude that the police department, or at least certain of its officials, persists in clinging to the outmoded interracial social prohibitions who have afflicted the South for the past century. And now that the Public Accommodations section of the Civil Rights Act nullifies the old traditions and customs, which formerly made it a quote-unquote criminal offense for Black Americans and whites to fraternize local police in order to justify their behavior in the raid on the Quorum Club, were compelled to invent new charges, plucked out of thin air, to substitute for the now outmoded mores. But
just throw the book at him. Fuck it, whatever.
But this main issue, the transcendent issue, before which all others pale into insignificance, is the Southern white man's fear that his woman will socialize with Black American men. This is one aspect of mental slavery which white males have never been able to overcome. Of course, it is a tradition for white men to socialize or have any affiliations they desire with Black American women, and had this been the only suspicion entertained by local police, there probably would have been no raid on the Quorum Club. For it has been the general but rarely expressed attitude among Southern white males, no, we do not hate all Black Americans, only the men. And this fear of social contact between Black American men and white women is what WDSU radio and television stations aptly described editorially as quote-unquote overstepping their authority. The Louisiana Weekly, therefore, regards the actions of Assistant City Attorney Louis Trent in null processing the charges against the 68 persons of the Quorum Club raid as approval of the opinions herein above expressed. And then also, something in this newspaper, every bit of white space is filled in with vote. Go vote. And so they have like a cool little cartoon that says, the power is in your hands, register and vote.
Yeah.
One of the other cool parts of this newspaper is that there's sections which are about Black history from this time period.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool. And a lot of it is sponsored by the NAACP directly with this newspaper.
Oh, nice.
Which is awesome. It's fucking cool as hell. So this is an article titled This Week in Black American History by NPI. September 28th, 1948, Herman Marion Sweet, maybe, applies to enter the University of Texas Law School. September 29th, 1785, First African Lodge of Freemasons was established at the U.S. At Boston with Prince Hall as leader. So earlier when I said that this in New Orleans was the first one, I fucking assumed and I was wrong. So it's actually in Boston.
Maybe I'll cut it out. Don't worry.
September 30th, 1893, Booker T. Washington wedded for the third time to Miss Maggie James Murray, a graduate of Fisk University, Nashville. October 1st, 1960, Nigeria gains independence from Great Britain. That was only in 1960.
Wow.
Yeah. October 2nd, 1800, Nat Turner, called the Prophet, was born a slave in Virginia. He led the famous insurrection which bears his name in Southampton County, Virginia, in August 1831. October 2nd, 1863, Dr. Alexander T. Augusta of Virginia was appointed the first Black American surgeon. He rose to the rank of lieutenant colonel in the Union Army, the highest rank achieved by a Black American during the Civil War. He had learned to read while serving white men as a barber. That's crazy.
Jesus, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Also, there are people that straight up say that Black people weren't in the Civil War.
Really?
Yeah.
Even I was taught that they were.
I know.
They were,
and we are in Florida. You know? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, it's wild. October 3rd, 1865, Timothy T. Fortune, journalist, founder of the New York Age, was, oh, dang, I think that was cut off. Oh, well. And so this one's called Black Heroes of the American Revolution, a weekly feature by the NAACP. So, yeah, people don't even think that there were black people in the American Revolution versus the civil rights. Yeah.
What?
Not the civil rights, the Civil War.
Civil War, yeah.
Yeah. By Samuel Charlton. No episode in our history better portrays the resolve of Americans to endure suffering for love of country and its liberties than the ordeal of Washington's army at Valley Forge in the winter of 1777 to 78. The black American soldier Salem Poor was at Valley Forge and was many other black patriots. At least one of them, Philip Field, a private in Captain Pelton's company of the 2nd New York Regiment, was among the 2.5 thousand Americans that died there. Valley Forge, however, was just another of the many hardships experienced by American soldiers in the Revolutionary War. Writing after the war, Washington said that his army was composed of men oftentimes half-starved, always in rags, without pay, and experiencing every species of distress which human nature is capable of undergoing. Lafayette observed that no European army would suffer the 10th part of what the Americans suffer. But Washington's gallant army, despite its severe trial, came out of Valley Forge spoiling for a fight. The Americans caught the Redcoats with their evocation from Philadelphia at Monmouth Courthouse in New Jersey on June 28, 1778. Of the 15,000 Americans engaged at the Battle of Monmouth, it is estimated that 700 of the soldiers were black Americans. This estimate is based upon an official return of black Americans in the main army under Washington on August 24th, 1778. Just 2 months after the battle, 586 present, 98 sick, and absent, 71 on command total, 755. It is known with certainty the number of black patriots in some of the military units which were at Monmouth. A total of 40 black Americans was in General... What the fuck? A total of 40 black Americans was in General Woodford's Virginia Brigade, and 98 were in the brigade commanded by Muhlenberg from the same state. The detachment with the highest number of General Samuel Holden Parsons Brigade, which had 148 black Americans, most of whom were from Connecticut. Among the many black Americans at Monmouth were Shadrach Battle of the 10th Virginia Regiment, who served 3 years and fought in the battles of Brandywine, Germantown, Monmouth, and Savannah, and Samuel Charlton from New Jersey. This latter soldier, like many black American slaves who shouldered arms in the Revolutionary War, served as a substitute for his owner. Although only 16 or 17 years of age at the time, Charlton was placed in the army by his master. Serving as a teamster, he saw action at several engagements in addition to the Battle of Monmouth. After the war, Charlton returned to New Jersey, where he had been born about 1760, to serve again in bondage. His master, however, liberated his slaves by his last will and testament and provided a lifetime pension for Charlton. He took up residence with his wife in New York City, where he died in 1843. The Battle of Monmouth, which was a victory for neither side, was the last major engagement in the North. Thereafter, the British invaded the South, where the remainder of the war would be fought. Yeah.
Damn, man.
How crazy is that?
That's pretty fucking wild, yeah.
That's some shit that's lost, you know? Like, that's something that is like, people genuinely just don't read, and then they assume that slaves were not fighting in these wars.
Yeah, which I feel like is crazy, because, like, I definitely remember learning even a little bit about...
Yeah, I learned that black Americans were, like, they were used as, like, the front lines because they were seen as not as important. Yeah. That's what I was taught. I did not know that slaves were sent in place of their masters. That was not taught to me.
But that makes complete sense. It does. So, yeah, like, that's given how it was at the time. Yeah. Because also, the way that I was taught it, now I'm thinking about it, is interesting, is that they were promised freedom if they fought. That's what I was taught.
Yeah.
Interesting. Weird. Wow. That's,
Huh.
Florida.
That's crazy, man.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, that's good, though, to fucking, you're right about it being lost, like, but you see it in this fucking newspaper.
Yeah, and it's sponsored weekly by the NAACP, which, it's knowledge is important. One of the other reasons I chose New Orleans paper is because when we went to New Orleans, and I talked about this last episode.
Yeah.
where, you would go get a frozen daiquiri at a place, at the po' boy place or whatever, and strung along the top were children's books about Black historical figures.
Yeah.
And it would be like you get one $5 with a daiquiri, or you get one free with a daiquiri on certain days to give to your kids.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't see that anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to Tijuana Flats, there's nothing hanging from the ceiling. You just fucking...
No, it's just like, hey, do you want fucking hot sauce or not?
Next.
Yeah, it's the community outreach is so fucking important.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is based around knowledge and distribution of knowledge,
Yeah.
Which is something I deeply believe in. I mean, I was a art history person for a long time. And yeah. Why can't art be informative as well?
No, it should be. Yeah. Thankfully, no art's political. You know what I mean?
Yeah, none of it, says the director of Terrifier.
Fucking idiot. Sorry, I forget about that. I forgot about that.
Another interesting trend, I think, is also the NAACP suing on behalf of people wrongfully arrested.
Yeah.
Being in a public place. Which you also saw last episode. People, which I there was another article I was going to read that I guess I forgot to put in here, but it was an article that was about how Alabama, there was a chapter of the NAACP that was in Alabama in 1964. Like, they just started because Alabama, post the school reintegration, barred the NAACP from working within the state.
Wow.
So, like, how the NAACP was like, we're going to sue everybody. We're going to sue everybody. Alabama was like, let me get there first. And
block.
Yeah, you're not allowed. So when
fucking Alabama, man, holy shit.
That in mind whenever someone says, I don't know, I think everything should be run by the state.
States' right to what?
States' right to what? Stop the ban the NAACP?
Seems pretty
pretty
bad.
Yeah.
I mean, not good.
Not good.
Stupid. So dumb, man. Thank you for that, though. That was fucking...
Isn't that great?
That was great, yeah.
And there will be a post on my Tumblr when this goes out, and you can see all of the wonderful photos and some cartoons and some extra shit in there, too, because there was a lot that I wanted to talk about that I don't have the time to, because this has already gone on too long.
We're already at... Where are we at now? I think we're at, like, hour 40, something like that. But yeah, no, and I think hopefully we gave enough commentary during it as well. I feel like I hope I'm not like shutting down. Like, all right, we gotta do the next thing, guys.
Well, this is like, it's so important. I want to talk about it.
Yeah, and
I feel like it is history.
Yeah, I don't know, I think it's good to learn history. Amazingly,
amazingly,
like, yeah. I don't know. It's just like I will say at least this week it's like it feels a little bit more like hopeful. And I think it is right to celebrate the successes. Yeah. You got to look at both because, this is like, it's good to see them like earn these rights. And I think it's important to see how like
they should have had from the beginning.
They should have fucking had from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think seeing how good it is, how fucking awesome it is that they have it, should scare us at the idea of it being taken away.
There's a reason if no one steals something that's not valuable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're taking your rights away because it's valuable.
Yeah.
They're making it hard for you to learn about stuff because it's valuable. Because they're scared of you having these things. So you should use them.
Damn.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So when are we all marching on Washington? That's all I'm saying. No. I'm sure there have already been protests.
There's already been plenty of protests. When I went to the bookstore, there was a protest outside the like big like shopping place, whatever the fuck it's called Lifestyle Centers. Apparently, fucking stupid. But like there was a protest that was pro immigrants in Mexico. Like they were waving Mexican flags and like I think they had signs that like were like pro immigration. But yeah.
Also, another thing in this newspaper I didn't cover because I didn't have time. Was a photo of Lyndon B. Johnson on top of a car while crowds and crowds of white people were like, I want to touch Lyndon B. Johnson. And he was on his way to talk to the president of Mexico.
Really?
Yeah. To like hang out or do president stuff, I guess.
Just vibe.
Just vibe.
Smoke sesh
Chill.
with all the presidents. Yeah. Thanks, Lyndon B.
Thanks, Lyndon B.
Johnson.
Listen, big balls. Lyndon Big Ball Johnson. My name's Big Ball Johnson.
And that's what history's going to remember him for.
Do we skip the Severance segment to talk about it next time?
I'm down for that because, yeah, we are getting...
Yeah.
I will say, real quick on Severance, fucking watch it.
You should watch it.
I'm going back and forth in my head if this is one of the best TV shows ever made.
To me,
probably
it is. Are you kidding me?
Ben Stiller, you did it, man.
Yeah. But also, if you haven't yet and you're only reading people's theories, don't. They're all bad.
Oh, can I tell you one that was super stupid?
Yeah, yes.
Oh my god, this is on TikTok. Okay, real quick.
Spoilers, I guess.
This is not really a spoiler because it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
So you know how in here's the theory.
Yeah.
I think the TikTok went like, does anyone else find it weird that Mark only uses an Android? iPhone users, Apple doesn't allow bad guys to have iPhones. Does that mean Mark's the bad guy of the series?
Or they just didn't get... It's Apple TV, though. So why wouldn't they have iPhones?
But also, counter argument, have you seen their fucking computers?
It would be crazy if they pulled out an iPhone.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Dude, people think like that when they watch media?
Well, because that is a thing, apparently. Like, Apple will not let you use iPhone iconography if you give it to a villain. Like, it's a really weird marketing tactic. So you're not technically allowed to use iPhones.
That's so dumb.
Isn't it stupid?
So, wait. So you could have a show where everyone's like, what if there was a show where everyone's like, we got to kill this good guy, this bad guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And they all pull out their Androids to talk. And then the bad guy pulls out an iPhone and everyone's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He's the good guy all along.
And
oh my God.
We're the bad guys.
And we're the bad guys. Whoa. That's what the show, like, it spoils the show.
Yeah. Like,
that's dumb as fuck.
That would be really stupid. And that's why I think it's super dumb.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it really is like you're not watching the fucking show, because that would be a stupid way to, like, it's not as smart as the fucking candle from the first season. So,
no, the candle was awesome. But this is all dumb. Truly, if you want to wait for the whole thing to come out so you can binge it in one.
I don't blame you.
I don't blame you. It's just going to be really hard to avoid spoilers.
Yeah. Especially after 2 episodes ago. Yeah.
But also, like, I thought it would be super cool because I missed Lost, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't watch Lost as it came out as a kid because I was like 3. So, like, it wasn't, yeah. But then I got into it as a teenager and I was like, I wish I was in there listening to the podcasts, doing all this stuff, getting what's the Dharma Initiative doing? Yeah. Oh my God, what the fuck is that? Look at all this sci-fi stuff. That would be so cool. And now I have the opportunity to do it with Severance, and it's just people pretending that Mark didn't get assaulted.
Yeah.
And completely not understanding Milchick's response to having his company show him blackface.
Yeah. Bro literally crossed a line, dude. I mean, come on, fucking.
People are like, yeah, I don't get why he's upset. I see one of those every day.
Yeah, God, man.
You don't get why someone's upset during Black History Month. A, B, a white person going up to a black person being like, here, I made a photo of Black Jesus for you. You don't think they would be upset?
Yeah.
Like, Lumen just told him that all we see of you is that you're a black man.
Yeah.
And also there is a funny, I think it's funny, but I do think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's plausible. The Kier in the paintings has heterochromia like Natalie does.
Really?
So they think they reused the paintings that they gave to Natalie.
So I would believe that.
Me
though,
too.
If that was the case.
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny as shit, though. That's wow.
It's fucked up.
It's really fucked up, but Jesus. Of course they would do that, though. They're so evil. Yeah. And we know they're evil because they use Android.
Yeah, because they use androids.
I will say it's kind of cool though. Like we did talk about Severance. Like I think episode 117. I saw it because someone that I think we're mutuals with on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
They went back and it's like, dude, I'm savoring this after watching the new season. I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Good. Nice.
God.
Yeah, I love Severance so much.
Yeah, I'm willing to maybe next week do Severance.
Yeah,
depending on whether or not I watch a movie. But also, like, if we wait until the end of the season to just discuss the whole fucking thing, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be upset either. Yeah.
I don't know the next topic you want to do for Black History Month. I will choose it soon.
Yeah. If anyone has suggestions, I would definitely. I want to bet we'd appreciate it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Ads then?
Ads?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. That was already 2 hours.
Yeah, fuck it.
We're not doing 5 hours this week, guys.
No, we're tired. But yeah, happy Black History Month,
happy
everybody.
Black History Month, though. Yeah.
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 Bye-bye.
Welcome to the ad break.
Hello.
Hey, are you enjoying this podcast so far?
I know I am.
Then you better like, comment, subscribe, and hit the gosh darn bell if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, you know
And
it.
rating us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Oh my God.
Very easy way to support non-financially, and it helps out a lot more than you could ever imagine.
It really does.
It really does, yeah. And also consider sharing the podcast with everybody.
With your friends. Or only the cool people.
Yeah. Make cool highlight reels.
Cool animations.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Well,
you've always been able to do that.
You're allowed.
Yeah,
Fan art,
not. Yeah, we love it. We have the Tumblr to show it.
Yeah, we have a new Tumblr.
Yeah, we have Tumblr. APWSTR on Tumblr, I believe.
Yeah, and APWSTR fans for the Tumblr community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to support the podcast financially, there's a couple ways to do it. I'm going to start off as usual, Straight for Coffee. Straight for Coffee is they make our coffee brand line. There's 2 different flavors. Sarah's Chaos Blend, which is a Colombian bean dark roast with chocolate cream flavoring. And I have a light to medium roast Brazilian bean with caramel flavoring.
Yes.
It is 16 for 1. If you want both of them, it's 10% off, about $28.
Yep.
It supports us, but also supports a local roaster in Minnesota.
Yes.
It's very cool. They're very nice.
We're not in Minnesota. We're in Orlando. But they're from Minnesota.
And they have a local area.
Yes, which is in Minnesota.
Yes.
But they're queer owned and they're super cool and they deserve success.
Yes.
And it's good. It's really
good coffee. It's high. It's top shelf.
You should get it because it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to support us financially directly, there's also patreon.com, APWSTR. If you want to support us monthly or yearly, it helps out when ads, for example, go down in January because no one wants to sell ads for some reason.
Post-Christmas, everyone's saving up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll be down in the description. There's exclusive content, ad-free releases, early releases when we're able to get it out early, and the Discord, which also has our book club.
Yes. We just finished Touching Spirit Bear, which was really fun, and we're reading Mort by Terry Pratchett.
Yeah, so that'll be next month's book club. We're going to be starting reading that soon personally.
Yeah.
If you want to say something on the podcast, you can go to buymecoffee.com /APWSTR and we'll read whatever you have to say.
As long as it's not racist, homophobic, transphobic, anything bad.
And it's a nice way to tip, so thank you all very much for those who do.
Thank you.
Ellie, she, her bought 3 coffees. Thank you.
Hi, Ellie. Thank you.
Hi, Sarah and Josh.
Hi.
I just wanted to thank you both for being entertaining in a way that doesn't talk about how fucked up the world is the entire time. Okay.
Okay.
Entire time is good. Okay.
I was like, we do it a lot, but not the entire time.
Okay, good. Yeah. I'm currently studying to be a social worker, and it's really hard constantly having to think about everything that's going on in the States right now.
Yeah.
And how it will impact my ability to serve my community when I graduate.
Yeah.
Being able to listen to you guys be silly for a few hours and just turn that part of my brain off has really helped stop that constant feeling that I'm about to throw up, lol.
Real.
Anyways, thank you for the break in my doomer mentality. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a good day as well.
I think about social workers and therapists all the time and how they're dealing with this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be really hard.
I can only imagine. You
got to take care of yourself. You can't, be so anxious that or so anxious or so sad that you can't do anything, So taking care of yourself is important, and being joyful, experiencing joy is important as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you very much for those coffees.
Thank you very much.
Helen, she, her bought a coffee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Josh and Sarah.
Hi.
Love the pod and recently started watching Josh on Twitch.
Nice.
As their Twitch username.
Hell yeah.
I just wanted to say thanks to Josh and others in the chat for being so kind and welcoming.
Yeah.
It's cool to interact with you and the others. I'll talk about my Twitch in a second as well. Thank you for the segue, Helen. You're really helping me out here.
It's a cool community. I really like the chat.
Yeah. Also, Sarah, thank you for reading the important court cases of Brown v. Board of Education and Plessy v. Ferguson. It was a great refresher. You two inspire me to do and be more as an ally and use my white privilege for good. Thank you.
That's awesome. I'm so glad.
I like that. Yeah, it's it's like paying the dividends of like
Dude,
people are hopefully learning something.
Someone I think on Blue Sky mentioned that they that the podcast, it was apparently them and their 11-year-old listen. Which hi. And they said that they talked about some good conversations, and that really made me happy.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's nice. Yeah. I think I was in a coffee too. I think
I was, maybe.
I don't remember. Fuck. Someone did say it though.
It was definitely in a reply on Blue Sky, so that I liked. And thank you very much, guys, for listening. And I hope you listen to this one and have some more good conversations.
Hell yeah!
And I hope you have a good week.
Hell yeah,
those guys. Yeah.
And our final coffee this week comes from Sophie, who bought 3 coffees. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hi, Josh and Sarah.
Hi, thank you.
I'm writing in to ask you guys to wish my wonderful girlfriend, Savannah, a very happy Valentine's Day. Savannah, happy Valentine's Day. I know it's late.
Happy belated Valentine's Day. Hey, sorry.
You guys are still loving each other. I think it's fine. I think you guys have something special, all right? Fucking, you don't need just one day. Every day should be Valentine's. You should love each other. I'm not the asshole in this situation because I told Sarah, hey, I don't want to fucking record this week. MegaCon fucking sucked.
It wasn't my fault, okay?
It was my fault.
It was Josh's
I'm trying
fault.
to cope right now.
Okay.
If I were Drake, I'd kill myself. You don't know what that reference is yet because that's in the Reddit segment, and we record the ads afterwards. Isn't podcasting fun? I'm sorry.
I hope you guys are still together.
I hope you guys are still together after this.
And if you are, happy Valentine's Day. You should celebrate your love every day.
Yes, that was my main point I was trying to make.
Yeah, exactly.
I might have gotten lost in the sauce, but hey, that's what you guys got me here for, I assume. Me and Savannah love the podcast.
Cool, thanks.
As a Canadian, sorry. All right, I can do this. Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Everyone shut up.
Okay.
Stop looking at me.
All right.
As a Canadian university student majoring political science, I live for your political insights, especially all your support for Palestine.
Oh, thank you.
Me and Savannah were both active in our local encampment before the pigs shut it down.
Oh, wow.
You guys were almost constantly playing my eardrums on my way to sit-ins, protests, and to watch over the encampment when other members were at work.
That's so cool.
In a world that is really dark, especially for 2 gay 19-year-olds, your pod provides some light and has given us great advice even in the toughest moments. Since then, I have gotten Savannah to listen, and it's become something we both look forward to tuning into every week.
It's nice.
Quotes from the pod have become a constant inside joke for us that we have to say in public with zero context.
Hell yeah.
For example, Savannah is obsessed with the r/dog free story from episode 162 and now says, would society be okay with that? I remember that one.
I do remember that one. That one was
that's
funny.
A great one.
Dog free people were so funny.
Yeah. At least twice a day, I get it. In conclusion, my girlfriend is the best person ever, and I'm lucky to have someone as wonderful as her as my Valentine. Thanks, Sarah and Josh, for giving us many hours of quality time and good laughs. Hell yeah, of course.
Hell yeah, and happy Valentine's Day.
That's all staying in, by the way.
That's all staying in.
That's all staying in, baby. No, happy Valentine's Day. Very much. I appreciate that. You know, we actually we became mutuals with someone else on TikTok that said that they're doing disability advocacy, I believe.
Oh, awesome.
And they said that, hey, they like what we do. And I think it's interesting that we're listened to by a bunch of people that go to encampments or, do this advocacy.
Makes me very proud.
Yeah, it's like, damn, our audience is cool as hell, man.
I mean, yeah, I knew from the beginning when I would say things wrong and our audience would correct me. And I know I've melted down about it multiple times, but you guys truly make me into a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you all. Those are wonderful coffees. Thank you. If you want to support us with a one-time tip, buymeacoffee.com, APWSTR. We also have cameos for both of us. They'll be down in the description as well as in our link tree. And we also have a throne wish list that we're working on. Yes. If you want to buy equipment for the podcast or stuff that we're just interested in getting at some point. You can crowdfund it. You don't have to pay $500 completely. You can just pay $5 and crowdfund it. Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
that's nice.
Yeah. Or you can buy the whole thing, but even though it's crowdfunded, whatever. You know what I mean?
Should we only put stuff that would upgrade the show on that? Or should it just
I'm down to just making stuff that's upgraded the show.
Big chocolate bar for Sarah.
I will say on the one for my Twitch, which I also have one for my personal Twitch. That is mostly equipment, but I do have one that's like a $5 Dunkin' card.
That's awesome, bro.
I might put the $5 Dunkin' card on the podcast one if you want to do that. Yeah,
maybe, or like a Domino's gift card or something
like that. Yeah,
for food.
Yeah, if you want to buy
epic.
the food that we eat during the podcast, throne.com/APWSTR, I believe, or at APWSTR.
I feel comfortable about that.
Yeah. Equipment or gift cards for food.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the many lingerie pieces that are on the website. You saw them.
I did see them.
Because, you know what I'm talking about.
I was like, why are you putting lingerie? You haven't talked to me about that. What the fuck?
It's...
For who? Who's that for? After Valentine's Day, Josh? Fuck you.
But sorry. But that'll be down in the description. We also have mutual aid links down in our link tree. We have to shorten links, sadly, because
Palestine, Congo, Sudan, hurricanes, natural disasters, fucking the wildfires, all of it are in the description down below in the link tree.
Yes, everything will be down there. Is there anything else? Support monetarily?
Merch. We have new merch.
Yeah, we have new merch from
from at Midgellyfish on Tumblr. She created some cool shit. Cool stickers, magnets, pins, t-shirts, 2 new t-shirts that look awesome.
Yeah.
Gremlin Hours, me as a gremlin from the movie Gremlins.
Yeah.
Joshua, I think you're also the kid from Gremlins, but it's
really?
You saying "We're so back" on the back of a shirt.
Hell yeah.
And I think they came out so amazing and they're fantastic.
Yeah, so please go check it out. It'll be down in the description.
Yeah.
On our TeePublic. Is there anything else? Distributed computing down below as well. If you want to donate computer time to Folding at Home, was it World Community Grid or Einstein at Home? They're science projects. Some of them do folding proteins.
Yeah.
And then some is like cancer research, and some of it's also just learning shit about the universe, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, all that's down in the description. All the ways to support Linktree.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the episode. Back to the show.
Reddit.
Did you read it on Reddit?
I did read it on Reddit.
I'm the first person to ever say that. Did you? I think it's so funny that I left that in the TikTok and no one brought it up when you did the "Am I the asshole?" And I said "Am I the asshole?" and you said yes, and I was like, "Dude, fucking fist bump! You're the first one to ever do it." I don't think anyone commented on that.
No, that was funny
because fucking TikTok unless they jump ship to fucking YouTube. Nah, they're not with it yet.
They're not with it yet.
And you can quit. Don't tell them though, guys.
Only the people that are with it come to YouTube. If I'm honest.
You guys are chill.
You guys are chill.
But okay.
All right, this is from r/Drizzy. I'm just gonna start out with it.
Yes,
we
didn't even talk about the Super Bowl in the beginning. Yeah,
I know.
Shit.
Yeah, Super Bowl was
now
awesome.
We can. Yeah,
white people once again were like, I don't get it. What the heck? Super Bowl is great.
That was awesome.
Genuinely, like something that I think people don't talk about with it is that the camera was really good. The camera
work was amazing.
Like, oh, this is awesome. Even I remember the Weeknd one. I remember the Beyonce one. Even then, I had critiques of the camera work.
I will say, I think I vaguely remember the Dr. Dre one too.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that was good.
Yeah,
that one was good too. I will say, I think I remember the Weeknd one the most because of the mirror segment.
Yeah, because of the meme where he was like,
but also, I mean, it was a cool shot, I'm going to say, for me at least. But this one was like, weird. Yeah, no, there was really, it was just good.
This one, it was really great. The way that it changed and everything was awesome.
Had fucking, so much. And I think someone did ask us to dissect it. I will say, I don't think I'm equipped to dissect it.
Yeah. I
think I'm fucking stupid, if I'm being honest.
I think also it has 40 Acres and a Mule. There's so much I
will say is a common also Kendrick Lamar brings up 40 Acres and a Mule a bunch and all of his albums too, which I think is great that he was able to still do it in the Super Bowl.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know too much of Kendrick's albums. I'm a Kendrick fan, a Kendrick fan light. You were really the Kendrick fan?
Yeah.
But also 40 Acres and a Mule apparently is Spike Lee's movie company name.
Oh, really?
And also was the lie, the promise to Black Americans.
Yeah.
After of what we would give you.
So yeah, no, I think a great Super Bowl, and of
Yeah, it
course
was
a bunch
fantastic.
of racists were like, I think it's funny, and I blue skied this, and people I think agreed.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that because they had Samuel L. Jackson like already like call it shit like fucking ghetto, that all these racists had to be like, oh, it's just boring.
Yeah,
They had to resort to the boring argument. You're not a good debater if you go to the boring argument. You fucking moron.
You're so
Boring
right.
is an opinion that you have because you're dumb. Like shit. Like I don't know. Yeah, some shit's boring. Like waiting in line's boring.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers weren't waiting in line.
Yeah.
They were fucking singing and dancing. I loved it. Like
Serena
shit.
crip walking was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so fucking cool. And the fact that Drake was like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, liar.
Whatever.
Here's an album that doesn't address anything.
Yeah, literally.
Back to work, guys. But okay, sorry. R/Jersey though.
Yeah, R/Jersey. This is also from a top 1%.
Are they on watch right now? Has anyone checked in on Jersey? On R/Jersey?
I do want to remind everyone, Drake is a pedophile.
Allegedly. Don't sue me.
Sure. He's a pedophile.
Says the opinions of Sarah O'Hearn are not a representative of a podcast relationship, a company she half owns.
50% of it, yeah. Drake is a pedophile. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
yes. Sorry, continue.
As if he's sued anyone on the basis that he is not a pedophile. No, he hasn't.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just let that shit go, apparently.
All right.
But yeah, so Drake is a pedophile.
Yeah.
And these are the people that support the pedophile Drake. Aubrey Graham. Okay.
I want to say for the record also, I still believe this is true. I think Not Like Us is still like top 2 or 3 on the Jersey subreddit.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, r/Drizzy. Drake's mental strength needs to be studied.
What?
Yeah.
Did you not listen to any of the response tracks or what?
This is so funny. I'm
Did
gonna
you not hear B major
Joshua,
C?
This is so funny. I need to read it.
Okay.
The fact that the guy is still living life.
The fact that he hasn't killed himself. Oh, all right. Off to a great start. Good argument so far.
The fact that he's still alive.
I would have killed myself if I were him. And that's why I want to suck his fucking cock.
If I was a pedophile, I probably would have killed myself.
This is one very adamant pedophile, yeah.
This pedophile is strong.
Wait, hold on.
Wait. Heartwarming. This pedophile
So
is
do you
strong.
think the TikTok's going to get 1 view or 2 views? Do you think?
I think her account's going to get taken down.
Great.
Drake's mental strength needs to be studied. The fact that this guy is still living life, selling records, and performing live, despite all the attacks and allegations from everywhere. This is some Novak Djokovic, Cristiano Ronaldo mentality.
What?
I can't lie. If it were me, I would be spiraling, waiting and paying money to target some of those people.
As if he hasn't paid money to target. He made 2
If it were
lawsuits.
me, I would have paid for someone to assassinate Kendrick Lamar. That, and you think
personally.
he like won the me? Like you're still
Yeah, if you're at the point of if you're saying this, he lost.
He lost.
Yeah. Can you
This is
stop
amazing.
coping this way? It's
Okay.
sad.
This is the biggest copium ever.
Okay.
Yup. If he ends up
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. Yup.
Yep. If he ends up winning the lawsuit and drops a banger solo album later, would be an iconic comeback.
Did he not just release
From being a pedophile.
Oh yeah. Let's put that to the side real
That's
quick.
iconic to
Did
these
he
people.
not just release an album that sucked? Like,
Yeah, this was 21 hours ago. So this
Oh,
is
I'm
not
sorry.
this is after the album that was just released on
should
Friday.
someone tell them? Should
I don't
someone?
know.
This might draw them over the edge then.
And this is a reply to that person. And they said, come back from what? Stop buying into these narratives. It only gives them credence.
What are you dude?
To say like he didn't even whatever. And then someone else responded, I love that. What a great way to see it. You just have to change. Listen. Listen, okay, this is me being real.
Yeah.
The music is not that good.
Yeah.
The music is not so good that you have to do mental gymnastics to continue to listen to it after the guy came out and just kind of
didn't
push back at all about being called a pedophile.
Yeah. Or it was one line, and then it was like, if I were a pedophile, I would have already gotten caught, which is... What? You're fucking Drake, dude. What are you talking about? How long did fucking Epstein go?
How long did Epstein go?
Fucking years.
That's the funny.
And he got caught, and then he went back to doing it.
Okay,
are you stupid?
This is amazing. This is amazing. I agree. Was just thinking about it. Most of the people who maliciously tried to ruin Drake would probably end their lives if the same thing happened to them. The lack of self-awareness is baffling.
Some of you gotta be memeing, right? Like, some of these have to be like fucking like people are being a little facetious right now because
many people would have offed themselves for real, for real. This guy has such mental strength and a thick skin. I wish I had 1% as much, lol.
He's suing that because he thought that he also thought that Kendrick was faking all the bots, and because that was such a dumb, like, faking the numbers with bots, that he lawsuited that first and then withdrew that one because that was a dumb fucking thing. When they're both sponsored, both with the same company, whatever. Oh my god!
Honestly, if Drake never replied, he might have won and would have looked, and he would be looked at like he wasn't even scared and just didn't care about a random rapper dissing him.
Rapper.
And then OP responded, he had to reply because he's hip hop at his core. Then
he's not.
Someone else said Family Matters should have been the only reply, saying that like so he just shouldn't have responded. He should have released less music. That's what you're saying about your favorite?
Yeah.
He should have
released
less music. He should have made less music.
B sharp, C flat, D majors. You know, fucking. He should have. That's you're fucking dumb, man. Kendrick released 5 fucking bangers or some shit back to back to back, and then released an album like 6 months later that had banger after banger after banger,
and then played the Super Bowl and got everyone to call him a pedophile.
Yeah, screaming a motherfucking minor. Yeah, come on.
And now, so these Drake fans went from Drake, his nudes being leaked, which was fucked up. You shouldn't.
No, that's fucked up. Yeah,
you shouldn't leak the nudes of anybody. But saying how much they wished that they had his big fat cock, to now saying if they were him, they would have killed themselves. Which fucking is it, man? Is he good or is he bad?
I think that like, proves, yeah. What are you, dude? Holy shit, that is some wild copium mental gymnastics.
I couldn't.
Yeah, like
I couldn't not talk about it. It's so funny,
dude. God, I hate saying this, but y'all are a bunch of pussies, man. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine scrolling through your own subreddit of your own fans and everyone being like, I would have killed myself if I was him.
That would push me over the edge.
I think that would be my 13th reason.
Yeah, I think that's enough because it's like, wow, I lost that badly. I lost that badly because you did. You fucking did, dude.
At least he lost all of his fans that were smart.
Yeah, that's
true. The
only
ones left are like, well, at least he didn't kill himself. Have you seen the clip of him with all the bullet holes with the smoke coming out of it?
No, I haven't.
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. He's like, he goes on stage and he's got a sweater on or whatever, and he's a hoodie on, and he's got all these bullet holes, and he's got some sort of smoke mechanism so that it looks like he's just been shot, but he's still alive. But the way that he's not selling it.
Are you saying that you just got shot every time he released a Kendrick released a fucking song?
It is kind of like an admission that
Does
you
no
lost.
one know any media literacy
Literally.
at all?
But it's so funny because he's walking around and he's doing fake shit like he didn't just walk out with, he's trying to play it off cool, but he doesn't. He's obviously upset.
Yeah.
Like, so he's walking around and he's just like, yeah. Oh yeah, like pointing to a random person that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Something I did at my elementary school slow dance when no one wanted to dance with me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll be right over there.
Me when I'm doing this podcast to the audience. Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
God. That's so funny, man. YTA.
Yeah.
YTP, you're the pedophile.
We're past YTA at this point. This is the 9th circle of cope.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, God
That's
bless.
awesome, dude. Fucking solved it.
So good.
Thank you for bringing us back there, man.
You're welcome.
Hey, fucking mine. That's so funny. I would have killed myself. Fucker, I've had suicidal ideation and I'm still
somebody
here.
was like, yeah, if I was Josh, I would have killed myself. As a compliment? Bro, crazy. That's crazy.
I'd have to call my psych and be like, I need you to bump this dose up right
all
now.
this shit up.
All right, okay. All right. I like the title of this one.
Yeah.
So we're doing it. Am I the asshole? Help. One sentence.
Josh has been laughing at that
To myself. Yeah.
all
I
day.
need to know.
Yeah.
Is my 32-year-old sister reacting irrationally to a simple miscommunication, or did I actually say something to warn her to yell that I, quote, caused an awful fucking start to her pregnancy?
Okay. There's a lot going on.
Not enough going on personally.
Okay, sure.
I'm here for the views, Sarah.
I'll be the arbiter of truth. Let's go.
I, female 20, received 5 FaceTimes all during my college classes. One of which was in the middle of my class presentation. Parentheses, my talking points were on my Mac.
Okay.
I text my sister, 32 female, dude, I'm in school. Please stop FaceTiming. I FaceTime her when I get home and she says, quote, I'm pregnant with no expression on her face. I say, oh my gosh, are you excited? No response. She then says, I was so excited to share the news with people close to us until I told you, and I got the rudest response.
You were in class, bro.
I explained that I was in school and wasn't even thinking when I sent that message, and also that I hadn't had any idea what she was FaceTiming about, so it couldn't have been a rude response. She says, sorry I interrupted your life, and hangs up.
Oh my God.
I text her explaining a play-by-play of what happened and that I had no ill intent when I sent the message, and that I was sorry it came off as rude because it was never supposed to. She calls me yelling that I, quote, refuse to take responsibility. She would never treat someone with such disrespect, that I'm rude and everyone in our family, that I caused an awful fucking start to her pregnancy, that her husband has been consoling her all day because my rude response has been, quote, eating her up inside. She's yelling so loud that my nephew wakes up and starts crying, and she says, great, now my baby's crying. Parentheses, maybe because you're literally yelling? Question mark, question mark?
Yeah.
I text her saying, quote, if you are now a mother of 2, can't deal with this simple miscommunication in a mature way, then that's simply a shame.
Oh my God.
We're out for blood.
Yeah.
Parentheses, because it is like you're having a burning bridges level adverse reaction to a simple miscommunication. She calls yelling, quote, how dare you say such indespicable things about me as a mother? Please tell me I am not going crazy and that my tiny text message should not have caused her to blame an, quote, awful fucking start to my pregnancy on me.
What was the original text message?
The original text message during the presentation was, dude, I'm in school. Please stop FaceTiming. Is that rude? This is also after 5 FaceTime calls.
Yeah, I think you should get the, like, you should get the hint after, like, the first or second one.
Yeah. Like, even I've missed calls from my sister. I guess not for something as big as, like, a pregnancy, but, like...
I mean, maybe, like, okay, I'm not really having it. I don't think she's, OP is the asshole. I think her sister is or his sister?
Her sister, yeah.
Her sister is having, maybe not thinking straight. Maybe because of the pregnancy is the most grace I'll give her, but this is like a very extreme overreaction, I think.
Yeah.
I definitely think that. But I do think OP, like, maybe it comes off as rude, but I don't know. I'm someone where, like, you cannot get a hold of me. I am someone where if I don't want to answer the phone, I'm not fucking answering the fucking phone.
You can, listen, I know it's an important message. I feel really bad for what I'm about to say. You can text that.
Text it.
You can text it.
Literally, yes.
And
if
then
you
I
want
can
me to
call
read
you
something,
back.
you should text it
I can
to
call
me.
you back and say, hell yeah, congrats, because that's big news.
The thing that, and you know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
The delineation for me of who's being the most annoying here is that if OP's sister had just called her 5 times and OP had responded, dude, stop calling me, I would be like, that's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, you should respond like, hey, sorry.
Yeah, maybe you could have been nicer in the text, but you did at least say what's happening.
You.
Yeah.
And because she was FaceTiming you
while you're on your Mac presenting, yeah, that would I
don't care.
Yeah.
That's annoying. Stop FaceTiming me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm taking my personal feelings out on this story. Stop fucking FaceTiming me. I've gotten a whole different phone to stop it from happening. Because
really
it's
though?
Dumb as shit. I don't want it. I look like shit every day. All the time. I have chosen this job specifically so I don't have to look good other than when I decide to be on camera.
Yeah. You always look good. Shut the fuck up.
Thanks. But I'm not FaceTiming people, bro. Yeah. I'm not doing it. I don't care. If I want to see your face, we'll go out to lunch, bro. Call me or text me. Why do people not call anybody anymore? What the hell? Call me. I don't give a shit.
Leave a call and leave a voicemail. Yeah.
Leave a voice. I love a voicemail,
I love a voicemail
bitch.
too, yeah.
I love leaving stupid voicemails for my friends. Send me a voice note.
Yeah.
There are so many different ways to communicate your shit. Why does it have to be FaceTime at this moment?
Yeah.
Why can't it be, hey, let's set aside some time to talk later? Why does it have to be right the fuck now?
Yeah. Because I will say, even I'm thinking of like, if it was an emergency, you would text at that point that it was an emergency also.
Yes.
Like you wouldn't be, also, I don't think you'd be necessarily FaceTiming. FaceTiming does seem more casual of a thing. Yeah. Which now makes me question.
Like if you were stabbed, you wouldn't FaceTime someone.
No, I would call 911 for an ambulance and then text everybody.
Hey, I got stabbed.
Hey, I got stabbed.
But that's because also your family does not call people.
That is true. So, listen, hey, gabagool. No, yeah, I want to say not the asshole too, I think, because I mean, you didn't know.
The most grace I'll give is that maybe her hormones are going crazy. I'm not gonna
say that like it's I could understand being somewhat upset, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, your shit was rude. Please don't talk to me that way.
But I
would have been fine.
Yeah, I think I will say every time it says awful start to her fucking pregnancy, every single time was in all caps. So I'm assuming this was like yelled at too.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they both have a very casual relationship with each other, where maybe they're both are like this to each other. Like they both seem very quick to get to a rude response. So I can't imagine this is the first time they've been rude to each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's assuming, so I don't know. But if that's the case, then I don't understand making into such a big deal that you need your husband to console you all night.
Yeah.
But also you're pregnant, and I've never been pregnant.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck would happen to me in my brain.
Whatever your emotional, like,
I don't know.
regular, how you are. So yeah,
I just personally hate it when someone's upset and they make it and they blame everything that's going wrong in their life on being upset, and make it the other person's problem. Like you did this. Like this.
It's kind of implied also that like you made the baby cry by making her yell,
which I find, because of my experiences where it's like I'm the cause of all the suffering in the world, apparently, it's very like, it triggers me, I think. So my knee-jerk reaction is to be like, no, I'm not. Fuck you. Leave.
Hell yeah. On your skateboard? Yeah.
Yeah, on my skateboard. But also the refusing to take responsibility is so funny.
Yeah.
Maybe refusing to take responsibility for being rude. But also, I don't think so. OP was like, yeah, it was kind of rude. There's a miscommunication.
It was just a miscommunication. I think if you admit it's a miscommunication, you can see where it went wrong, at least. Yeah.
Maybe like a little bit. Because OP did say, like, how could it be rude? Which is like, it could be rude if the other person finds it rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I agree with that, too.
It's a very light, everybody's shitty here, I guess.
I guess in that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But mostly NTA with a light, kind of shitty to you.
Well, it's just, there's a deeper problem here.
Yeah.
That's happening because most people that would have this happen would be like, oh, sorry. That's okay. I'm so happy for you. Yay, let's be
Yeah,
happy
let's be
about our
happy.
pregnancy.
Yeah, that's
Yay.
great. Good for you. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't remember how my sister told us. Oh, no, it was a
Just
text.
text. Yeah, your family texts everybody.
Text everybody.
I remember because I was on the toilet and I screamed,
was-
"Oh my god!" at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, I do
and you were
remember
like,
that
"What
too.
happened?"
But yeah, I solved it, though,
Solved
dude.
it, yeah. Okay, am I the asshole for threatening to sue a mommy influencer?
Ooh, okay.
Posting for a friend who isn't on Reddit. Okay. Sure. No,
Is it also
probably.
throw it? Yeah, whatever.
Probably. Honestly, reading this, probably. Me, 39 female, and my husband, 44 male, are currently looking for a new home after outgrowing our current starter home. We live in a suburb of a major metropolitan area. I'm an architect and he's an attorney. Ideally, we're looking for a home that has some good bones that we can renovate to our taste since I'm an architect and we have friends who work in the trades. Long story short, we toured a house 2 weeks ago that I thought may be a good fit. There was a lot that needed to be changed and updated, but for the price listed, I thought it would be something we wanted to pursue. Flash forward about 4 days, and I get a text from one of my friends asking if I'd seen this, with a link to an Instagram reel from a local quote-unquote mommy influencer, 35 female. I click on it, and it's a security camera video of my husband and I walking through the home on a tour with our realtor.
What?
And she's taken all the clips where I was talking about things that I didn't like or what I would change and spliced it up so it looks like I'm being highly critical of her home.
Oh my god.
The rest of the video is her saying she would never sell to us because we are quote-unquote mean and nasty people. Our faces are clearly visible in the videos,
I think that's... Depending on what state you're in, too, that's also illegal. You can't just record. Oh, my God.
My husband drafted up a cease and desist letter yesterday because her husband's a lawyer.
Yeah. Mess with the wrong person, pal. Yeah.
Threatening legal action unless she removes the videos. And now she's blasting us all over town to Kingdom Come with her little army of mommy trolls on my husband's law firm, social media accounts, and my firm's webpage. Mind you, I'm the owner of my firm, so it doesn't make a difference for me, but it does for my husband. She hasn't taken down the video yet, and we are fully prepared to take her to court if she doesn't. My realtor is extremely embarrassed and said that the other realtor is embarrassed as well. Needless to say, we are not pursuing her house anymore and are taking a pause while we deal with this. 2 of our friends said we should have just tried to write it out and let it pass because this type of thing always does, but I just could not let her do this. Am I the asshole?
That's not necessarily true. Some things can stick forever, yeah.
Yeah, too long didn't read. We toured an influencer's house. She recorded us secretly and posted it online for likes. Seems like rage bait, but I am fully raging. Oh, Lord.
You can't just... you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't.
What? Who cares?
Yeah.
Also, I think you should take her house and gut it completely. Because I think that's one of the worst things you could do to somebody.
Get rid of all the memories that could have ever existed. Completely redo the floor plan.
Yeah.
So that way when they knock on your door asking, hey,
put
can I
a
look at my
toilet in the middle of her bed, dude.
You know?
Do it.
Do it, yeah.
Fucking do it.
Pull a Sims 4 like I did. Put a toilet in the middle of the living room. Yeah. Twitch.tv, guy nicknamed JC. Okay. That's called fucking synergy, motherfucker.
It's
no.
It's called plugging.
I've heard it both ways.
Uh-huh.
So, watching a lot of Psych right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess we have some experience, quote unquote, with recording.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, with being a mommy influencer, yeah.
Yeah, what?
No, but like, even when we went to the fucking MegaCon, I was so uncomfortable with the idea of
getting people in the background of our videos.
Yeah, like, I don't know, it's like the same reason why, like, you should, and hopefully people fucking do this.
Yeah.
If you're gonna take video of someone, you gotta fucking blur them out.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, you should. Especially children, too, because a lot of people, there was a time, I remember...
Dude, yeah.
Do you remember back when we all, for some reason, enjoyed H3H3?
Yeah.
They, he did a bit with, like in the beginning, and then, like, he just zoomed in on some random kid, and, like, they had to fucking cut it out because they just zoomed in on a random-ass kid.
Oh, weird.
Like, in a freeze frame still, like, as, like, he was talking about, like... I don't remember what it was, but it was something like that would make the kid look like an asshole, I guess.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, no, I think that I look back on that and I'm like, that was okay. That was too far. Because, like, I don't know. And I think that's like the bad part of social media is that, like, if you get people are fucking taking photographs all the time. And it's like a weird, like, we're self-policing ourselves now. Yeah. Right. Like, and like, I mean, that's the same thing with like fucking Ring cameras. Yeah. And it's like if you have the thought that like you can't say how you're feeling in a house that you want to potentially buy because you think a fucking influencer
is gonna
who should be fucking off the internet, they should not have they should be canceled. Like, come on, that's like literally canceled, account taken down.
A mommy influencer too. I don't like family vlog channels because it's also those kids are not consenting to being recorded.
Yeah.
It just sounds like she's totally cool with posting people's shit online and harming their lives. Like, fucking. But I think also to take it to your husband's law firm and to like lambast them with the cease and desist. Or no, I'm sorry. So the husband did the cease and desist, and then her and then all of her followers went and complained about the husband to his law firm, and he's not the boss of his law firm. So his boss could like.
Yeah, I'd be like, we don't want to deal with this.
Could fuck up his job.
Yeah.
Just because he went through your house and was like, oh, maybe I'll buy it. I don't know. I don't like that.
Piece of shit.
Have a better
You're selling your house. Fuck you. Like,
he's willing to pay you money. Like, fuck off, man.
Yeah. Are you going to keep the cameras in the house to like check on them while they own the house? Like, come on.
People are crazy, man.
People are wild. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the asshole. Fucking
no.
Christ,
I mean,
dude.
there's no chance. I just thought it was a crazy story.
That's a crazy fucking story. Solved it though, man. Jesus. Fucking influencers, man.
I got influencers, man.
That being said, you guys want to buy...
No, shut up.
Can't believe this is a question, but we're here now, so...
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not going to D&D because I am pregnant?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Get that 1,000-yard stare ready, Sarah.
Fuck, man.
Good news, written by a woman, not in poo mode for some reason. This one isn't, so... Apparently, we're all in agreement here.
She's a gamer, so she's not.
Oh,
she's
got
kind
it.
of a
yeah, got it. Kind of. Yeah, might as well be.
Yeah.
22 female. I have been with my 22 male husband. Let's call him Dave for 5 years. We have a little girl together who I will refer to as Brienne. I'm currently pregnant with our next child. I am 10 weeks along, so prime time for nausea and vomiting, and I will have been experiencing a lot of it. Every other Wednesday, my husband and I drop off our daughter at a grandparent's house so we can play D&D with our group. Today, I have thrown up 3 times and do not feel any better.
Yeah.
I work at a preschool, so I am lucky to not be able to bring my daughter to work. I work Monday through Friday. My husband has Tuesdays and Wednesdays off and works weekends. Even on the days Dave has off, I still take Brienne to work so he can really rest. On the weekends, I am still a mom and Dave cannot take Brienne, so breaks are hard to come by. I was sleeping during Brienne's nap today when my husband shook me awake to say we needed to leave right now to go to D&D. I immediately had a headache from probably being dehydrated and felt sick, so I told him I think I need to rest and not go this time. Dave was obviously frustrated, and he said I put my foot down, you are going. He said we agreed to do this every other Wednesday, so we are doing it. I told him he can still go without me. Dave continued on to say, well, I'm just going to tell everyone you didn't want to come. I told him that's not true. I did not want to miss out, but I need to rest and not put my body through more activities right now. So I texted the group chat to let them know I am not coming because I've been throwing up and need to rest. The whole group was very kind and understanding, saying, we will protect Orok, my character, and get better. Which was nice and actually made me tear up a little because it made me feel cared about.
That's very sweet, yeah.
Soon after I sent that to the chat, Dave said he is leaving Brienne home. I asked, why can't you not take her still so that I can actually rest? He said it's a waste of time to take her to grandma's where he can just leave her here with me. He has been fully aware of how sick I have been these past couple weeks, and he has heard me throwing up in the bathroom. So I told him that he is being selfish and is only thinking about himself. He got extremely flustered and started to get our daughter ready. I told him his frustration towards me and lack of care is making me scared and he should leave our daughter at home. Now Dave was ignoring me. I started to plead with him to leave her here because in my mind during this, I thought, if he cannot treat his wife with love and respect, I cannot trust him to do the same with our daughter.
That's true.
He talked sweetly to Brienne in spite of his attitude towards me, though. On his way out, he was short and harsh in tone when saying bye. He texted me literally 40 minutes ago with an apology, but I am debating on if I really have anything to apologize for. He really got me wondering if I'm the asshole for canceling plans. Update. I didn't realize there was an update. I think this happened.
Let's hope it gets better.
First of all, thank you all for your replies. I was not expecting so many people to have interest in this story. That was a surprise. I wish I can give you all an exciting, crazy update, but this is actually a simple and good one.
Oh, good.
Many of you suggested that I up and leave Dave and that I am the asshole for procreating with Dave.
Oh my God, chill. Everyone needs to fucking
Reddit
chill.
needs to stop
I was hoping this is just he's frustrated, but he shouldn't take it out on his pregnant
We need to
wife.
just become a Reddit, not a Reddit podcast. We need to become a Severance rewatch podcast. That's the only thing that this show's good for.
History and Severance, that's it.
That's it, yeah. I am the asshole for procreating with Dave. I understand your point of view as I did not share about Dave in the best of light. This was one of those rare out of normal behavior instances for him.
That's good. I was worried about your fucking safety as a woman. I'm glad. Okay.
My husband does struggle with selfishness at times, but he is always open to talking about things, so that is what we did. I sat Dave down and told him that his selfishness would make me feel unloved and not cared for. And I'm not sure if that is someone who I would like to spend my energy on or if it is fair to our kids.
Okay.
He did not get mad or defensive when I said this. I brought up our D&D incident plus others that portrayed selfishness, and he apologized saying he wants to do better for me and our kids because we deserve better than what he has been giving.
Oh.
He is being genuine with lots of hugs. I told him as long as he works on it and chooses to be more selfless, we have nothing to worry about. The next day, he brought me gifts when he got home from work, which was a nice gesture to show he was thinking about me.
That's nice.
Since talking about everything, Dave has stepped up a lot, offering to drive Brienne places and by taking on more things at home. He is genuinely trying. Selfishness is a bad habit. I'm not saying it is my job to fix anyone's habits because it's not, but everyone deserves a little grace, and I'm happy to help someone who is clearly trying to be better and is willing to fight for to change.
Yeah.
I had bad habits when we first started to date, and he was there for me, and he helped me become better, although it was not his job either. I know a lot of you think leaving is the best option, but I would like to stay because Dave does have a good heart, and this little snippet story of our lives is not a fair representation of who he is as a person. If he does not end up changing, this is a road I will have to cross later, but for now, my husband is doing what I'm needing from him as a parent.
It is worrying.
No, I get it. Yeah, I think it's still a little worrying.
Yeah, but it could just be like a literal just... If it truly is, and I don't want someone who is in a relationship like this where the person is doing this all the time to think, oh, that's fine.
No, yeah.
No, you should... If your partner, especially in times like pregnancy where they do need to step up and like make sure that you're good, if they're consistently not and also blaming you for being sick, that's a huge, massive, gigantic, one of the most important red flags to see, and you should get out of there. But sometimes in a relationship, so especially when you have children, you get like, I say this like I have children, I don't.
You're an expert in this, yeah.
I'm an expert in this because Josh's sister has a child and we saw her this week.
Therefore, geniuses and how to count.
I'm a genius. No, but like children, they put everybody's like on their nerves, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So if he's like, oh shit, I forgot. Oh, we have to go, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, no, I'm not doing D&D. And then especially if D&D's like
the relaxation
2 weeks away, so you would go a month without D&D. And then the idea of being like, oh man, I really want to go to play D&D, but oh no, it's going to be a month. Like I could see getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Especially like last minute. But it's not OP's fault.
No, not at all. Yeah.
She's fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
And I can see this being like just a regular ass situation. And I'm glad they talked about it. I'm glad he dealt with it. I do hope he genuinely doesn't do that again though. Because that sucks. That's a terrible feeling when you're sick and somebody's not like
helpful or like blaming you for like not being able to do stuff. Which also, and then the good point was brought up was like you can just go alone.
Yes.
That's fine.
I don't know why people are like this though about D&D. Where it's like if one person isn't there, then the whole thing's fucked.
Yeah, I will say I'm happy with our D&D group personally that like I feel like anyone at any time can be like, I'm not sure if I want to play today, and like That being said, I'm obligated to because...
well, no, you've done it before, too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's been multiple times. Yeah, never mind. Disregard.
I'm the one that has to be there every time.
That is true. Yeah, you're the one. Yeah.
Because no one else wants to fucking DM. God damn it. No, I like it, though.
I get you.
But, and this is also a tip if you're a DM and you're struggling with this and you're like, but no, everyone does have to be there because of the things that I wrote. Honestly, care less. If I'm going to be straight up with you. Take the campaign. Put all your care into that campaign. Ask them. Say like, hey guys, what would you do if you could just be silly and stupid? What would you do? What character would you make if you could just be silly and dumb as shit? and then make them make a character like that and run a separate campaign that's dumb and stupid and you make up every week on your own.
Yeah.
No prep, really. So that when someone is like, oh, I got a job interview. I'm sick today. My dad passed away or something crazy.
Did this happen to you at any point, Sarah? Is this
or just anything?
My boyfriend and I are moving in together.
My boyfriend and I are moving in. Life things
my
are
boyfriend
going
and I have
to
record a podcast.
Things are going to happen, then just be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll skip this week or however many weeks and we'll do campaign B, stupid campaign where nothing fucking matters and everyone gets their D&D in and they keep up the morale of let's all do D&D. It doesn't fizzle out. I don't feel like I wasted my time.
Yeah, and like, yeah, I think it's a fair compromise. I think that works for us too. Yeah. So
my God, it's so awesome. I love it. Now the B campaign has become like the one I think about most of the time. Sometimes even when we're all together, we all want to play the B campaign.
Yeah, that is true. Or Minecraft, I guess. But yeah. Fucking no, I get that.
You just care less.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
People should be allowed to take time off. This isn't like even at your job, you should be allowed to take time off if you're fucking sick. So and companies don't give you that. So why do you want to be a company when you run your D&D
campaign? You're running a game. It is a game for fun.
Yeah.
If someone's not gonna have fun, especially because they're sick, like it's but this isn't even really about D&D. It's about your husband mostly.
Yeah, your husband. Yeah.
I thought it would be the group being like, no, because I've had that happen to me before, where I got like a job or I had to take a class or something, and it cut into D&D, and everyone was like, no, not allowed.
You're betraying us.
And I was like, okay, then I'm gone then, I guess. And then most of them were like, oh, okay, I'll see you after the semester. I was going to be gone for like a couple months. And I was like, I'll let the DM play my character. That's fine. And everyone was like, oh, okay, we'll miss you, but we'll see you back then. And one of my friends messaged me privately and was like, fuck you. Like, our lives revolve around D&D, essentially. And I was like, okay, well, mine doesn't.
I have other things going on.
I go to college.
Yeah. There's a real world on top of the fantasy world that we're all we like to escape to, but
like, I can't say no to graduating college.
Yeah.
Because I have
D&D.
I have to play D&D on Thursdays at 6 p.m. at fucking
6
Greg's house.
Yeah.
I can't do that, dude. And my friend was like, well, that's messed up. It ruins our shit. Like, essentially they were trying to, once again, a situation where their problems were all of a sudden because of me somehow.
Yeah.
I wonder why I get triggered by that.
Yeah.
Consistently people do that.
Weird.
To me in my life.
Thinking emoji, yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they figured it out.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. It's good to talk things out. I'm happy that he's receptive. If he is, yeah, like that's.
Yeah, it's also that can happen in relationships. Sometimes you do something rude.
Up. Yeah, and I mean, yeah,
and you talk it through.
Yeah,
and you heal, and it's good.
Try to be better as a person. Yeah,
yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
solved it though.
Am I the asshole for hoarding food in my dorm room?
Okay,
I'm gonna say that again because I said it weird.
Spooky.
Hoarding food in my dorm room. Okay. Am I the asshole for hoarding food in my dorm room?
Okay.
So I'm a student at Brightchester studying. Sorry. I'm a student at Brightchester studying language and literature. Why can't I talk, bro?
Is this Sims?
You looked at it.
No,
on my phone.
No, you said Brightchester, and I have the university pack.
I knew you did. Am I the asshole for hoarding food in my dorm room? I'm a student at Brightchester studying language and literature. With a fully loaded...
The game's up. I know it's already because I know Brightchester. It's either that or Foxbury. Sorry, continue.
Give me a fucking break, bro. With a fully loaded schedule, I'm booked and busy and preparing to become a successful lawyer. For now, I'll be president one day. Just wait and see. Living at Drake Hall in a private locked suite. Thank the stars my family pulled some strings so I can escape all these stinky co-eds when I want to. Here's the situation. I have a roommate. He's studying culinary arts. I can't figure out why. He says he hates cooking. So he's bringing back stuff he cooked all the time. Good stuff, too. Not the slop the Commons passes off as food. Lobster, omelets, roast turkey. This guy is a magician in the kitchen.
If only had mac and cheese, though. I feel like mac and cheese would be better. Or
Yeah.
grilled cheeses, even.
Or a vegetarian option. So lately...
Lactose-free options, yeah.
So lately, when nobody is paying attention, I've been quietly taking the dishes he's made and putting them in my mini fridge. Now I have leftovers whenever I want. Should I feel bad? It's not like my roommates can't go to the commons for meals. Those weirdos actually like the food they serve. So save the good stuff for the girl who will appreciate it.
I'd say not the asshole.
Not the llama.
Not the llama. Sorry, you're right.
Same.
I will say the fucking university pack. You know, okay.
It sounds actually quite accurate to
regular
university
dorm.
shit.
If the Briechester wasn't brought up, I think I would have believed it for like a little bit.
That's crazy.
But I think once you said probably become president one day, I think that's when I would have gotten it. Yeah. The jig is up.
Yeah.
That's interesting about the university packs too. Like, I didn't know that with culinary that actually happens. I don't know if that actually does happen. But I was thinking about it.
Hot tip, I guess, for your
hot
game.
tip, gamers. But no, fucking what the fuck am I thinking? I was thinking about because like the Sims 3 university pack is so different. It feels like because there's only one university in Sims 3.
Yeah,
but I remember liking that one kind of a little bit more. Just because I mean, I like the fact that you can actually free roam in the world in Sims.
Oh, really?
3.
Cool.
Well, yeah, not in Sims 4 because you have to travel.
I thought you meant in the pack.
No, yeah, well, in the pack you can like at the university you can free roam pretty much around there.
In Sims 4.
Not in Sims 4, Sims 3. Sorry.
They say that this is Sims 4.
No, yeah, Sims 4 makes sense because there's 2 different universities, and Brichester's one of them.
Okay.
But like I feel like with that though, it's like the Briechester, the university mechanics kind of lose its fun when you become you have to travel between everything.
Oh yeah.
Because like also you can't teleport to your class. You have to like walk there physically, and like you have to bike there physically.
What? That
when
makes sense to
everything
me.
else is like you just teleport there.
Well, that's part of college though.
I
for
guess
me.
so, yeah.
Well, at a university, that was like everyone was longboarding everywhere. You could be walking around FSU, and people would run you over with their shitty fucking skateboard or whatever, or whatever. I had to take a fucking FSU had its own bus, like its own tram, and I had to take it every morning for my 8 a.m. Communications class. I had to wake up at 6, get dressed, either have cereal or walk over to Dunkin', get in line at Dunkin', get whatever it was that I got, run to the bus stop, wait at the bus, and then sit on a bus for an hour until it took me to the other side of the school, sit there, and then I would get there like 30 minutes early because it wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, because the schedule, yeah.
And then one day I did all of that. I got there and class was canceled.
Oh, man, that
I didn't check my email the entire time.
Oof.
And I had 3 hours to spare.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That
and I
sucks.
had to get back on the bus and go and just sit in the cafeteria for 2 hours because I had to wait for my next class.
Yeah. Christ, man. That sucks. I'm sorry.
I don't miss
but
it.
I guess it's for realism, but I feel like gameplay mechanic wise, sometimes it feels like a nuisance. Like I've been realizing if I hit the go home button as opposed to travel back home, I have to watch my sim walk all the way from one corner of the map to the other. Like if you're in the city map and you're in the middle, you have to watch him go back past the like the karaoke bar and like go 2 lanes to the right and like fucking. And it's like, okay, like if I hit the T button, the M button, I'm gonna get there immediately. Yeah. But what the fuck is going on, game?
Yeah, why wouldn't
I'm trying to get to my fucking house so I can see these Wicked Whims mods. And
it's for the roleplay, man.
For the roleplay, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Can you get a skateboard and skate around?
Only bikes.
Only bikes?
Yeah. There's also no cars in the game because you can't drive anywhere. You just.
Oh yeah. That is dumb. I liked the cars in Sims 3.
I like the cars too. I like the bikes in Sims 3 too.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
I liked that you could be a kid and you would have like a curfew and the police would catch you and take you home.
Yeah, I don't know if that. I'm willing to bet that still is there. I think it is because I think I've had at least one teen.
But it's like.
It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Like I used to have a kid that was just like he wanted to see a ghost. So I had to go to the
graveyard at night. Yes, I do. I think I've had a kid similarly who wanted that, but it was like, yeah, to get caught.
I like The Sims 3, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, not the llama. I think you're
Not the llama.
yeah, just enjoy the food, man.
Enjoy
You
that
got
food,
lucky.
man. It's
Whatever.
gonna go to waste.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It spoils after 4 days, maybe 6, depending on the upgrades you have on it. Okay. Oh, this one's okay.
I gotta keep it going. I almost didn't do one this week
Really?
because I couldn't find one. I had to go
Subsy,
to the
okay.
subreddit. Yeah.
Wow, I'm happy you did. That was fun.
Thank you.
We just solved it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool, whatever. Am I the asshole for refusing a donut that my boyfriend licked?
Is he Ariana Grande? She licked that donut.
I don't
remember?
know. I don't remember this.
What? You don't remember? That's like one of the biggest things other than the racism. Other than her, changing her culture every 2 seconds. But so yeah, she went into a donut thing and she was like, fuck America. And then she licked a donut.
Oh, really?
She put it back.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's better now, I guess.
Maybe. Universal is like, you gotta clean up your fucking act if you want to be wicked.
Fucking act. Yeah.
We're gonna make a theme park out of this, all right? You better not fuck it up.
I don't know why she was like, fuck America.
I don't know, yeah.
But
It's more like fuck
I
Duncan.
get why she was like, fuck America.
But like,
I don't know.
you're fucking over Duncan.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if it was a Duncan. I might have just had a Duncan at school.
I don't think it's gonna be a Duncan. Ariana Grande walking to a Duncan in
Fuck
Boston.
you, Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, hold on. Ariana Grande donut spitting. Okay. Accused of licking, spitting on donuts at Lake Elsinore shop. Wolfie Donuts in Lake Elsinore wants an apology from Ariana Grande after surveillance video allegedly caught the pop star licking and spitting on donuts at his shop.
All right.
Like, okay, I don't care if she is. What she's doing is wrong. Grande then says, what the fuck is that? I hate Americans. I hate America. That's disgusting. At donuts. And then she licked and spit on some donuts.
That's funny. That is weirdly funny. I'm not too
It's
upset
so
about this.
strange.
That's a wild behavior.
Kind of like you go, Queen, honestly.
Yeah, you know what? Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Starting over.
Yeah.
Now that I know we learned some information today. That's what the show's about, learning.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for refusing a donut that my boyfriend licked?
Is he an Ariana Grande?
No.
Now you get my joke and now it's funny.
My boyfriend and I are having a small staycation at a hotel for his birthday. We got some Chinese food delivered and I ordered the donuts, basically deep fried biscuit dough rolled in white sugar.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what they're talking about.
Yeah. When the food arrived, I joked about inhaling the donuts, so he made a whole show of, quote, stealing one from me and licking off all the sugar.
Oh, fuck him.
I'm laughing up a storm when he hands it back to me, and then I get confused. He said he didn't actually want to eat it, so he was giving it back to me for me to eat later. I just wanted all the sugar from it.
Is he my brother? Because my brother would do this.
We're in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's my brother.
I laughed and said, ew, no way. I'm eating the new ones. This made him quiet.
What?
We spent a couple minutes eating in silence before I spoke up and tried to clarify that I just would prefer to eat a new donut with sugar and isn't sticky with saliva.
What?
He said that we have swapped all kinds of saliva, and it hurts that I'm acting as if he's too disgusting to share food with.
Talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I took the donut and put it back in the box, but it's pretty much too late. The night has most likely been ruined as he's still quiet hours later, and nothing I'm saying or doing is helping lift his mood. Am I the asshole for not taking back the donut?
You're the asshole for dating a 2-year-old.
I can't imagine taking a donut, licking all the sugar off of it, and then being like,
you think I'm disgusting. Who are you?
we get donuts a lot. I feel like even if I licked a donut regularly
As a joke.
Like it's
That's
still
your
a little,
donut.
that's my donut from here on out. I'm claimed that donut.
I don't give a fuck about your spit or your cum or your blood. I don't care. I want a donut with fucking sugar on it because that's what I ordered.
Getting the Boston cream, fucking opening it in
Licking
half,
out all the
of
cream,
it. I was
giving
just
it
joking.
to me, and being like,
I was just joking.
eat it, or else you don't love me somehow. I'm not an asshole. You are.
You are.
What are you talking about?
I have no agency in any of the actions that just occurred.
My bodily autonomy is gone momentarily.
And it's your fault.
And it's your fault.
That's crazy.
I don't know, sitting there. I don't know,
What
living.
a bitch, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Being next to me. I'm punishing you for being around me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, why would you do that, though? I'm really, like...
Why?
That's your donut now.
Ruined a perfectly good night. For no reason.
Yeah, other than...
Someone won't eat your sticky, sweaty, whatever.
You just didn't have to hand it back. You could have just tossed it.
This is
Or
why
eat the donut. Fuck, it's a donut. What's wrong? Like, unless you have a dietary restriction, which should be noted, but you took the donut.
Okay, I would leave the relationship, not because of his actions or whatever, because of my actions that would involuntarily come out of me if someone did that to me.
Yeah.
Like, if someone was like, they licked off all the whatever, that doesn't offend me. And then they give it to me as a joke. And I would be like, oh, that's silly. I'm going to eat another donut, whatever. And then they're like,
why won't you eat it?
You must hate me.
You must hate me.
My response would be like, yeah, I do. What now, bitch? Huh? Yeah, I fucking do. Yeah, I hate your ass.
I just wanted to do a little
you're
joke.
ugly and you're stupid and your spit tastes disgusting. My ex-boyfriend's spit, it tasted so much better than yours. Yours sucks ass.
Your best friend spit, I bet it's gonna taste better after
That's
I'm
why
done
I
with
never
it.
fuck you. I've been fucking your best friend this whole time. You know what?
Yeah.
And then I would go to bed and I would be like, I can't be like this. And then I would wake up and be like, we're breaking up. And then it'd be like, is it because you hate me? And I'd be like, yes. Fuck.
Immediately, I lost the
fucking shit. I would
So
turn.
funny.
I would turn emotionally abusive. Like, I wouldn't be able. It's like a faucet that I'm constantly holding closed, and it's like somebody else is like, here, let me break it for you. Let me turn it on.
Here's a baseball bat.
And I'm like, no, please, no, don't. I'm trying to be nice all day long, and you're just ruining it for me.
Baseball hat hits. Comes out completely.
And afterwards, I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm so sorry for all the things I said about you. It was all true, but I really got to get the fuck out of here.
It came from a real place, but like I shouldn't have done it the way I did. But I need to leave because of this.
There's a comedy book that I read as a young child that's I think about all the time. And I think I don't know who did it, but I forgot this, but it was like people would write in and they would ask for advice from comedians, and the comedians would write back, and it was published in this big book.
Oh, really?
And we both read it, I think, or I had it, and maybe you wanted to read it. I don't know.
The only book that I know we both read is This Is a Book by Dimitri Martin.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this was a bit in the book.
No, it's not. It's a different book, because I remember both of them. But this was one where it was like a guy wrote in and was like, hey, I am always worried that my girlfriend's cheating on me. How can I get over this insecurity of my jealousy? And it sent it to a comedian, and the comedian responded back with, sorry, it's so hard for me to respond with your girlfriend's lips wrapped around my cock. She's doing such a good job too. I think about it all the time. It's one of the funniest things, all written out like. She said she's never done this to you either. She's only done it to me, which is crazy. But it's just this like malicious, like,
yeah.
Oh my god,
that's really
why
good.
would you be so vulnerable to someone?
Yeah, like this
that you hate. Why would you, if you hate someone, why would you be so vulnerable to emotionally manipulate them? When I could just turn around and be like, you know what? Kitty gloves are off. Yeah, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, are you insecure? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I bet you can go to sleep tonight, pussy.
And then you're like getting the rolled up the street, you're getting like dude bro-y. Like,
just mean. And that's why I don't talk to those people.
I gotta decide whether or not that gets censored. Fuck me.
And the whole thing should be censored.
Yeah. Just your track too, not even mine. Just like, whoa. Pew. oh, woo.
Yeah, what the fuck? What are you talking about? No, literally, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, not the asshole. That's a crazy thing for someone to do to your donut.
Insane to do for no reason. And honestly, just for your cortisol levels, you should leave this relationship.
Yeah.
That shit
I think
sucks.
it's over. This staycation is over, dude.
Yeah, the staycation, the relationship is gone.
Going to the fucking Aventura Hotel. We're like looking about Universal and like me getting like, Sarah,
You're disgusted by me.
Why are you disgusted by me taking out all the berries from the gelato and just licking them up and putting them back in?
Because you did a disgusting thing. That's why you're disgusting. That's why I think you're disgusting.
What?
Yes, you're disgusting because you did a disgusting thing and you won't take accountability. You don't take accountability for your actions like a child, like a small child. No, that's not sexy. No, I don't want to fuck you now, you ridiculous person.
All right, solved it. That's so
I'm a grown ass woman. Why would I want?
I didn't realize how funny that one was until I read it out loud. It's just ridiculous. Yeah.
Why?
He got silent.
Why make yourself? Oh, fucking asshole, pussy, dumbass bitch.
Oh man,
Lord. I become like a creature.
Yeah.
Just a hateful creature, ready at
like
any moment.
A full moon outside, fucking the full moon being licking a donut completely. Full moon donut fever, you know?
I seem corporeal. I do truly seem like it, but really the boundaries are wafer thin. And someone just has to be moderately annoying, and then I turn into just a never-ending horror.
The worst part is I get it. I fucking get it.
Well, it's like, yeah, okay, fine. You get old enough that you're not willing to deal with this stupid shit anymore. And it's like, okay, great. Yeah, now I get to throw some real-life consequences at you.
Let's go. Let's fucking go, dude.
Teeth meet pavement. Shit.
All right. Okay. All right. Next story, though.
Oh, okay.
Please send all your complaints to I lick donuts for fun at gmail.com.
Hey, I love to lick donuts. Hey, did you listen to the fucking story at all? It's not about you, you dumbass.
It's going to sound so wrong, even though this is literally, I don't think this is actually technically wrong. You filthy donut lickers.
You filthy donut lickers.
I'm going to look that up afterwards, see if that is
liquor. Okay, I don't get this one at all. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Let me see if I can give some insight then. Probably not.
Wife insists on hair, quote unquote, massage for hours anytime we lay down.
Okay, wait, hair massage is interesting to me, but okay.
Get ready. Okay. That's all it's about. Hair massage. Let's go. Don't get me wrong, I love my wife, but literally anytime we lay down in bed or the couch, she insists I am dedicated to stroking her hair.
So, like, wait, she wants it, but, like, so she wants him to do it, or?
Yes.
Okay, got it. I just want to make sure. Okay.
For example, I could be watching a movie, and on hour 2, the second I stop, she will say, massage? All cutesy, repeatedly, every time I stop, even for a moment.
This is going to be another one where at the end of it, you're like, the creature comes out, Sarah, because I get it. Like, I'm like...
I think this is so weird, I don't know what I would do. I straight up have no idea that that's a creature.
Yeah.
That I'm interacting with the creature. Okay. Also, laying in bed, she will wake me up if I stop stroking her hair for 2 seconds.
What?
So she's trained you to stroke her hair while you're asleep?
That's wild if that's the case.
It's honestly starting to get annoying. Starting. It's crazy.
Immediately.
As I can't read a book or scroll my phone in peace without demands for massage. I swear I'm not joking. Sometimes I just want to relax without angling my arm or hand awkwardly for hours at a time. It's very, very boring.
I don't want to victim blame, but have you asked why you're being asked to stroke hair? Is this victim blame?
Okay, hold on. I'm starting to find reasons to not find myself in these positions. Am I the asshole?
If you're already, not being near your wife?
No, I think that's an insane question to have to ask somebody in a relationship. Hey, why do you want me to stroke your hair all day long? I think if I was that's when the creature would come out. Actually not even the creature, I think I would contain it.
Yeah.
I think I would be like, I gotta go. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I don't know what's going on with you, but you gotta find someone else that's
You gotta find this
like
between
a
you
stroke
and your
machine
god. Yeah,
or something.
Stroke machine.
Hair stroking machine or
Dude,
something.
buying like a fucking like a fleshlight that goes up and down on its own, but for your fucking hair.
I don't know.
That's
I don't think I could handle that relationship.
This is a weird reference because I don't even like this movie particularly. But are you fucking Neil Patrick Harris in A Million Ways to Die in the West?
I've never
They
seen
have a
that
whole
movie.
scene dedicated to Amanda Seyfried sucking on his mustache.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why would you do that to Amanda Seyfried?
I don't know. I
He's
think
a
it is
national
Amanda Seyfried.
treasure.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I don't like that they do that.
I thought that was a bit. I thought
Maybe.
these people weren't real.
It's just a fetish. I don't know. This is strange.
This feels like a fetish, weirdly.
I just
But
find
I don't
this
know
strange.
yeah, it's just strange. I don't know. I don't get it.
I know you stroke your hair when you're nervous.
Yeah, that's different though. That's a stim that I do to myself.
Yeah.
I feel like okay, because like is it okay if it's a hair massage verbatim? Are you like
Hair massage?
Are you like just are you just like patting the hair, not even the head?
Stroking.
You're stroking the hair. I mean, I know that people sometimes like the I guess the stroking motion of your hair being stroked, I guess.
Yeah.
But to have it happen 24/7 is
wild.
That's a little weird, I think.
I mean, truly though, for real, you should be like, "Hey, I can't do this.
I can't do this all the time. Why do you?"
Then if she gets mad, you should be like the Roadrunner and disappear
yeah,
before the door even opens.
you got to paint the hole in the wall, go through it, and then let her slam into it. You know?
'cause
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with her, but like at that, you should talk to her about it before you start avoiding.
Yeah, because you're at this point, it's like, what are you? Well, yeah,
But yeah, I get
if
it.
you're,
It's a weird situation.
it's a weird
have to deal with.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Anyone else need hair massage?
Cause like
I don't know. Massage?
I will say this actually hurts more me doing this to me right now, like with my ponytail up.
Massage. It's great. It's crazy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's
Massage.
like pouty face. Like
massage.
I'm moving on. I can't think this solved it. I don't
Definitely solved that one for sure.
I was gonna be like, that's I don't know, man. Fuck.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Fuck, man.
Massage.
Oh, okay. This one's a fun one as well. Yeah.
Oh, yay.
It's massage related.
Yeah.
It's not.
Sure.
No. Okay.
Mm.
Am I the asshole for the way I responded to my boyfriend shushing me? Okay.
Once again, the creature would come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be titled "The Creature" now because
The creatures come out.
the creatures come out. There you go. Yeah, that's gonna be so much easier on me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so last night we were online playing video games with his sister and her husband,
Mm-hmm.
and something funny happened, and I laughed a bit too loudly. But he turned around, put his hand on my leg, and shushed me. I immediately saw red and completely shut down for the rest of the night. When we were done, I told him not to ever do that again and how disrespectful it felt. And his answer was, "I'm sorry, but you scared the cat." For context, too, I'm coming out of a pretty severe depression, and this was one of the first times I was trying to be engaging and whatnot. So I may be being a tad more sensitive about it than I need to be. I don't know.
You scared the cat? What happened to the cat?
Yeah.
What did the cat do?
What did the cat do? That's
missing
a weird
information.
response. Yeah, it's a...
Did the cat run straight into a wall and like break his neck? What happened to the cat? You can't leave that in there and not
tell us what happened to the cat, or tell her what happened to the cat.
Okay, if the cat is fine, fuck your boyfriend. I'm beating him
If the
up.
cat is dead.
The cat is dead. You should shut the fuck up. What the hell?
More info. Yeah.
Schrodinger's Reddit.
Schrodinger's Reddit.
That's the name of the episode.
God damn it. Yeah. All right, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. The cat is alive. Then
If the cat's alive, then you're not an asshole. Dead, you're an asshole. Yeah. That's what that experiment was about, actually. Yeah.
Whether or not you are the
piece of shit. Why would you put a cat in there?
Why would you put a cat in a box?
YTA.
That's so fucked up. crying. That's dumb. That's so dumb.
Dude, I feel like if
Dude,
I
this
mean
cat.
what happened?
How loud were you?
I get it. You say also a bit too loudly, but I feel like the condescending nature of yeah, I feel like an asshole even joking about it. Like that's like
well, it's just one of those things. I
shut
don't
the
know.
fuck up. Like it's like come on.
I've lost crushes on people for being like that with me. Genuinely that situation.
Yeah.
Once I had a crush on somebody and we went to a musical and I laughed or I wooed really loud and they just kind of went like, Jesus Christ. And I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Getting the Uber ready. Like just
I mean, and it was my fault. I was too loud. Like I really was extremely loud. And they were right next to me.
yeah, so
I'm not, it's just like we're incompatible. Your ears are not. Your ears are too sensitive for me.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't like
It's not your fault.
you're just trying to game.
You're just trying to game,
Like,
man.
what's the fucking problem here, man?
Incompatible.
It's
Break
incompatible. Yeah.
Up. Break up.
Call a
Incompatibility.
lawyer,
Yeah.
Go to the gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solved.
Solved
That's
it.
an
Break
easy
up.
one. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what
Break up. Make sure the cat's okay first.
Yeah. Make sure the cat's okay. Take the cat. Or maybe leave the cat because maybe you scared the cat. I don't know. Fuck. Who gets the
Dead. You should shut the fuck up.
the cat's dead. And that's the Instagram too.
It's just
this story
really
knocked out
funny.
2 birds in 1 stone, baby.
And a cat.
And a cat. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm
Who
not gonna look
knows?
into
I'm
it.
not gonna. That's. You scared the cat.
You scared the cat. Such a lame excuse, though. I feel like.
You scared me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was scared.
Just say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blaming it on the cat is so funny.
I
Oh
know.
my god.
I'm just so confused by these two people.
Yeah. Wow. I don't
think I'm in the right headspace to answer this Reddit. I think I've reached my emotional bandwidth.
your headspace at 10:57 at night.
Yeah, I'm done, man. What the fuck?
Yeah. Can you imagine this episode going out tomorrow? God, no.
I know, no.
Wednesday
I know.
it is.
Anyway, speaking of
Final story. Yeah.
Yeah. Would I be the asshole if I told my daughter she won't eat the rest of the day?
Okay.
My daughter, Emma, 7, eats on a schedule every day, every 6 hours, starting at 6 a.m. For her lunch, however, she starts screaming at me 2 hours early for food, and her screams are very irritating and it can lead to headaches. This happens every day, and I'm starting to get very irritated with her. Would I be the asshole if I told her that she won't eat the rest of the day if she doesn't stop screaming at me?
Okay. Is there like a dietary reason to
Edit. Emma is obviously a cat. I'm appalled I had to clarify. Update, she ate, got zoomies, and is napping on the couch.
I should have figured too. That makes more sense.
I
Wow.
see a photo.
Oh, that's cute. I don't know why I didn't.
I said speaking of
You
the
did.
cat.
So now
We're
you're trying to fuck
connected.
with me on a new way. Because now I'm getting the sim. Like,
I'm always trying to fuck with you.
just flames in my head. It's like my creature's coming out right now.
This is an Am I the Angel?
That was an Am I the Angel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Okay. I was like, wow, why the fuck are we doing this one? It's like. Oh, God. Okay. I don't want to do the rest of the show. I know there's only one story left. I don't want to fucking do this, man.
I'm so happy.
I don't want to fucking do this
Oh, I
anymore.
got you, bitch. I fucking got you.
I don't want to be around it
I
anymore.
don't want to be around.
The podcast is over. I'm going full-time streamer 10 days a week, man.
Man, if I was Drake, I'd kill myself.
Yeah, honestly.
That's my new version of I want to kill myself. If I was Drake, I'd kill myself. Parentheses, hopefully, end parentheses. Oh, God.
Okay.
You're fucking welcome. And also
You're welcome.
solved
and
it.
solved it, yeah. That was a cute cat.
Yeah, I was a cat. I love Emma.
All right, final story. Let's just wrap this shit up, man. So just a severe. Now I'm in a severe depression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I guess I'm gonna do. I'm kind of in between two, but I really don't
care Reddit
about
boy.
one of them.
I don't give
One
a
of them's
shit.
a Disney
Reddit boy.
one, and it's like I don't know. It's
Don't
like
bring him out.
yeah. All right, this one's a ski resort one, so different.
Okay.
Still touristy.
Mm.
Am I the asshole? My mother asked me to buy her friend's son a day pass ticket with my student discount, and I said no.
My friend's son a day
Friend's
pass
son day pass ticket
with my student discount. I
yeah.
said no.
Yeah.
Okay.
For context, I'm a 20-year-old female in college. My mother has a bad habit of asking me for random shit. Yeah,
Classic.
fair, yeah.
Yeah.
We do not get along, and we never really have. Today, I got a text from a random message asking if I would buy a day pass for their son this Saturday at the local ski resort. Keep in mind, I do not know these people. The kid is friends with my younger brother, 17 male, but I've never met him or his parents.
Oh.
His sister is a year younger than me and goes to the same college I do and can get the same discount.
Oh.
Not
So-
to mention, yeah, like...
Okay.
Not to mention, I have to work on Saturday, and I am not going to be late because I have to go pick up a pass at the ski hill and meet up with those random people. So I texted my mom about it. She claims she didn't give the lady my number, but where else would she have gotten it?
Yeah.
Checkmate. Mom said I was being dramatic, but they literally request ID when you go to pick up the ticket, and I have to sign waivers and stuff in my name. The kid is 15. It would be a college student pass. So I politely text the lady back and tell her I have to work. I'm not sure how all that works, and that I'm sorry I can't help. My mom is acting like I committed one of the 7 deadly sins. Am I the asshole? Edit/update. Thank you all for your support. My mom has not spoken to me since last night when all this occurred. Her friend also ignored my polite response. I'm glad to hear that I'm not being over dramatic. I need to learn that it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're pushing your boundaries and they just know that you're going to do whatever your mom says.
Yeah, and like I have a weird like working in theme parks. I'm willing to bet this
Yeah.
is not the same rules, but like you would get in trouble if you just
Yes.
like gave your passes away to like
Randos.
and I'm willing to bet you signing with your college student discount to give it to someone else when everything's in your name.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet would get you in trouble, or them at least in trouble. So it's like
Mentioning that's a 15-year-old too is like, yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of means that maybe they're looking to check to see if that's actually a college student or not.
yeah, because
Yeah.
also like if you have a daughter that's a year younger than OP,
Yeah. Why wouldn't you just
yeah.
do that?
because then
know.
also that makes more sense if you have the same last name
Yeah.
going to.
That makes sense. A
and
lot.
like you're both
Yeah.
using the college pass technically, because maybe you get extra discounts for groups. I
I don't know.
but
If it's something that harms you, then yeah, for sure, definitely don't. If it's not something that harms you and you just don't want to, and that's
you can
okay.
still say no.
yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's okay to like if people are gonna try and use you for like
Yeah,
free shit. That's fucked up. I don't know how else to say it. Like
that's where we really should be putting in weaponized incompetence. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know how to go.
I didn't know
to
that
the,
number, so I just said no.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Why would I look into it?
I don't actually know how to do that. Sorry, I'm not doing
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I don't know how to get to the ski resort.
Yeah, I don't know. But you work there.
I just kind of wing it.
Yeah,
I take 3.
I don't really show up a lot, so
Yeah, honestly, I think they're gonna fire me.
yeah. So it's probably you should probably find somebody else. Honestly,
Why?
like that's what we should be doing.
There's also another thing too that I'm now realizing. They never talked about like, are they gonna pay for the ticket, or is it on you to pay the ticket for this person?
If I'm, I have no clue.
I have no clue, and
It
I don't
just
think
sounds
it
like
doesn't matter either way.
Big old bunch of bullshit. And I
Yeah.
get not wanting to even be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. What
Yeah.
a weird web of like trying
Such
to
a
get.
mom thing though to do.
Oh yeah, for
my
sure.
daughter does that. I'll call her up and I'll blah blah blah. I'll just let her know. Hey, do this. Hey, do this right now. What? No. And then doesn't communicate. Why didn't you do this thing? Because I didn't know. Oh, come on. That's how dare you. And then over dramatically being like, I'm not going to talk to you is so funny.
I'm not responding.
I'm not even a respond. It's
That's
so
wild.
mom.
Yeah, mom coded.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. I didn't. Yeah, that's so.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I really don't. You could get. Yeah, I don't think this person actually works at the ski resort because I think they work somewhere else. Like on the way to work, they can stop by. But also, yeah, that is a pain in the ass. Like
it is a pain in the
there
ass.
was one time. I think it was.
Yeah.
It might have been. What is it? We went to a concert. And I think it was at the Hard Rock at City Walk. I was working at the time. I don't think I was working this day. Maybe I was. But my parents asked me to get Third Eye Blind tickets.
I remember, and we had to walk up.
We had to walk up. So if you were there, it was our day together there.
Yeah, it was. I remember that. Yeah.
In that case, no.
While you're there, can you get our Third Eye Blind tickets?
That was a hassle.
It was. I remember.
And that was I was free that day. I was still
It's
I
always
didn't get a
like,
discount.
God
They thought I would get a discount. I didn't. I really didn't. I think
that's so funny.
Yeah.
It's always too something that is pervasive. Is like, oh, I have a free day. Yay, I'm gonna relax. Oh, great. Fill it with this chore that you don't have to do. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
When I have a free day, like a free day. And I've also found too, when I have 2 days in a row, like a weekend, 2 days in a row, my first day I wanted to be, I'm just a lazy fuck.
Yeah.
I don't do shit. And then the next day I'm doing all my laundry. I'm, doing everything.
Yeah.
And I feel ready for the week to come.
That's fair.
And then every 4 weeks I need a week off or like a vacation or something small.
No, I feel you. Yeah.
An extra day off or something.
Yeah.
And that's my perfect work schedule. Which is good to know because then I can max out my productivity. You know what I mean?
No, I get that.
But when when somebody else comes up and is like, and people are going to say that this is pathological defiant avoidance or whatever. I don't know. I just think this is me. I really think this is just a me thing.
Yeah.
When people come up and they're like, hey, I have this special thing. Can you do this for me? My response is every time I want to be like, no. Especially if it's on my free day. No.
Yeah.
Get out of here. My free day. Yeah. And I think I was taught that was spoiled as a kid. But no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's
I just want to do shit. I just want to be me. Today's a me day, bro.
Yeah.
Chill.
You should be able to have at least one day a week where it's just you, you
my
know?
me day.
Yeah. We have weekends for a fucking reason.
Yeah. You do this too sometimes where you will be like, oh, great, it's my day off. And then you go and do a million things. And then you come home and you're anxious. And I'm like, did you not relax today? And you're like, yeah, I didn't relax today. And I'm like, should I fucking relax today? I don't know what to tell you.
Then tell me to get fucked, right? And then give me the finger and
well, it doesn't work if I'm like, relax, bitch. Then you're just like, why'd you call me a bitch?
That's fair. That's fair.
You missed the meaning. The meaning of what I'm telling you, which is relax or else you're gonna ruin your body.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that. I live to work though.
No.
I live to walk.
But sometimes I think we're just different like that. Because sometimes if you go to the gym, you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I will say, I think, and that's something I do want to get back into is going back to the gym. But
nope.
Yeah.
Nah.
I need the serotonin boost.
Waking up early, going exercising, for me, drains me. It does not boost me.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why. I wish it did the opposite, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. I've had 27 years of trying.
And it's still not working?
Never. I would wake up every day at 5 for high school for 4 years straight. Nah.
Yeah, not doing that shit anymore.
Nope. And then I did it for work.
Not doing it anymore after that, yeah.
The moment that I could sleep in until 12 every day, I started doing it.
That's, I get it, though. I get it. I only started sleeping until 12 because I started working nights. Other than that, I used to get up at 8, 9. And now I'm a fucking degenerate that gets up at 12. Sometimes 1.
When I worked nights, I was waking up at 2 because my day started at 5.
Yeah, that should make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Solved it?
That sucked though. I didn't like that.
No, yeah, that
Solved it,
sucks,
yeah.
man. That's our show, dude. We got there.
Yeah, we did.
Sarah.
Yeah.
As a reward for getting there, what do you want to plug?
You can follow me on Tumblr at That's So Herein. That's soherein.tumblr.blog.com. I don't know it. It's in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my newspaper, all of the articles that I read today, and the links to the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the summary will be on my Tumblr as well, in their own separate article.
Hell yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I'm Joshua Chinland on most things. A guy nicknamed JC on Twitch. Consider joining the stream, subbing, supporting that way. Definitely helps us out a lot. Podcast links. APWSTR Productions on YouTube. A Podcast Saves Relationship on Instagram. StraightRiverCoffee.com for our coffee line. We do want, let's get the Brazilian beans before they're not Brazilian, Colombian beans before they're gone.
They have a bunch of it still, so no
but
worries.
Make use of it though.
They will let us know.
That's fair. Yeah. What else? APWSTR on TikTok. Put APWSTR Productions on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that goddamn bell if you're watching on YouTube. And raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Mutual aid links in the link tree down below, which includes Palestine, Congo, Sudan, Lebanon, hurricane stuff, wildfire stuff, a bunch of good shit.
Yeah.
ICE, the red cards, the stuff in there.
Still in there.
Yeah. How to help your immigrant neighbors. All that stuff is great. And also we have new merch created by my friend Helen at Midgellyfish on Tumblr. Yeah. And it looks fucking cool as hell.
Yeah, it does look really good. I'm really excited to get it in here, honestly.
Yeah.
So that'll be in the description as well. Oh,
go buy it.
Oh, go buy it. I thought you said bye-bye. I was like, I'm still
bye-bye.
speaking.
See ya.
No,
Goodbye.
wait.
No, definitely go buy it. It's cool.
Go buy it. Yeah. If you want to support us financially, there's Throne, there's APWSTR on Throne, APWSTR on Buy Me Coffee, APWSTR on Patreon.
And Cameo.
We both have separate Cameo accounts. They'll be in the description below. Anything else? It's also in our link tree. Everything's in our link tree for sure.
Everything's in there.
Yeah.
Take a gander.
Yeah, take a gander, take a look. It's in a link tree, reading rainbow.
Yeah.
That's how it went. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Massage.
No.
Massage.
No.
Give me a massage.
No. I'm putting my foot down. No.
Massage. Hair massage.
What the
job.
No. No.
I've watched that comes out. And it's like that's something that only like.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is like a neurodivergent thing or something. Watch out.
That's a different.
We get canceled for making fun of the hair massage lady.
Finally, we can end this fucking show.